Hey, how's it going, everyone? HFT or Happy Fun Times here, back with another live stream and all that jazz. This time I am joined by two individuals, and we're doing a podcast.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Bowser Crush 19 here with my first live stream and my first collab ever with my friend Rousey.
Also known as HFT. Yeah, you don't have to refer to me as that, but the channel's not called Rousey, although I've been debating on changing it to that.
I know.
Well, that'd probably be, very unoriginal and stupid, so it is what it is. I want to, go
What
and
are my
check
cats
YouTube
doing
shit.
now?
Cats are probably doing what cats do, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Let me get some music for the background.
Okay.
There we go. Much better. Nice and peaceful.
I can
And,
hear anything.
who else is here?
I am Wally. And no,
Yes.
not the little robot from 2008.
Yeah, pretty much, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, one sec, I just need to share the stream, so if y'all want to talk amongst yourselves whilst I do that, if you want to share a story, go right ahead.
Alright.
Whew.
It shouldn't take me that long to actually share this.
So, Wally, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. You?
Better. Now that I'm away from that. Now that I'm away from that job that I have.
What happened to your job?
Well, let's just say I babysit some monstrous children.
So,
You do.
gremlins,
Gremlins.
Fucking gremlins.
Good thing.
goblins.
Crotch goblins.
Oh, Jesus, no. Those are the worst kind.
Let's just say last night they did not want to listen to me at all. It literally left me. I literally burst into tears, and they were sitting there giggling.
Well, they're being childish after all.
They're
They think it's a
kids.
game.
All kids think it's a game until fucking life hits them in the face with reality.
Oh,
That's just how it goes. Such is life. Brilliant.
Indeed.
I gotta reload my own page. We're probably gonna hear ourselves. Such is life. Alright, there you go.
Okay.
It has been muted, and now we are on live chat. Wonderful. Now, when anyone pops in and has any questions, you know what to do. Ask
Got it.
away. Till then, so I guess I'll talk a bit about something that I've been getting into recently. One thing that I recently got into, and this was a gift by someone of my friends list that I met via Man vs. Machine. He randomly gifted me the game Hollow Knight. Fantastic fucking game so far. I love it so goddamn much. It's been my crack for 2 days. These two fuckers can attest to that, because I've been literally streaming it in this fucking Discord chat for hours on end.
yes, he has. We can confirm that, right, Wally?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Been
a
there.
good-ass game. A 10 out of 10. If anyone's on the fence about getting fucking Hollow Knight, get it. It is so cute and charming. I love it. It is amazing. It's like Castlevania meets Metroid meets Hack and Slash meets
Insects.
it'll obviously insects. I'm trying to think of what other game it would be a parody of. Maybe like Zelda or something. Very much puzzle based, very much like trial and error bullshit, but it's a fun
Possibly
game.
A little bit like Mega Man.
Yeah, that was it. It's like Mega Man because of the whole. That was the one I was thinking of. It's like Mega Man with the whole wall jumping, that one ability you get later on. That's a good ass
Mega Man X.
time. Mega Man X is a great game. Oh, what the fuck did you drop? What'd you do?
You dropped a-
Skylander.
Pokeball.
You dropped Skylander?
Black Core Countdown.
He went from the sky and he landed, so technically I guess he really was a Skylander.
Oh my god. fuck.
But no, 10 out of 10. Fucking would recommend Hollow Knight. That's a great game. That's a fun game in my opinion.
Yeah.
Did I say Skylander, not Hollow Knight? I feel like I said Skylander instead of Hollow Knight.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if I did.
That's a good crossover, though. I mean, basically, the Hollow Knight mechanics with Skylanders.
You know, I mean, they could if they really wanted to. I mean, Hollow Knight's coming out with a new game at some point. Don't know when, but it's going to be called Silk Song. Can't wait for that to come out, because that looks fucking... From what I've heard and seen, what little of there is, it looks nice. Plus, the devs are so nice, they added like a bunch of free DLCs to the game.
Hold on, I will be right back.
Alright.
My cats are driving me nuts.
Gotcha. So, Wallace and Gromit, you got anything you wanna add on to this?
Stay out of the fucking cabinets. Seriously. Stay out of... Come here.
It's beautiful.
Stay out of the freaking cabinets. It's cute, but stay out.
Ah, capitalism.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
You have fun talking about the cats.
What are you gonna do with them?
Well, let's say they can indicate when you're gonna die, then they know you're alive if you're still breathing. If not, they'll just eat your corpse.
Yeah, that is what cats do. That's very morbid and dark, but that is what they do.
I mean, that's what pets do. I mean, if they know you're dead and you haven't fed them, they'll eventually eat you.
I mean, yeah.
That's why I always feed them before you go to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, what else is new in everyone's life?
Didn't you have a story about, like, babysitting that you wanted to tell?
Oh, yeah. So, the first night I babysit...
Just saying right now, I haven't heard this story, so I'm actually genuinely curious as to what happens.
Let's just say... They... Where do I even start?
Wherever
this
you
thing
want.
is so ingrained in my brain, I could talk about this for hours. But I'm not, to spare you guys.
I mean, do and enlighten us.
So,
Yeah.
the first day I got there, I am nervous as hell, because I used to work at a kids amusement park called Storyland, Glen, New Hampshire. Not saying I lived there, but let's just say...
Well, you did at one point, clearly, if you were working there.
I was comfortable there because I wasn't watching the same kids for like 8 to 12 hours.
Makes sense.
Oh, god damn it. These cats are gonna kill me.
Why not hold on to one like Dr. Evil?
Doing it. You
Yeah.
can't hide behind the air fryer.
Austin Powers. We meet again.
Giant pain in the ass.
Look what they done to Mr. Bigglesworth.
Meow.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. What'd you say?
We were just going back and forth because, like, it was like, why didn't you hold one like Mr. Bigglesworth or like Dr. Evil?
Look what they done to Mr. Bigglesworth.
Meow.
Anyway, so back when I was working at the park, I wiped down tables, and let's just say I only had to interact with kids like maybe once, twice, maybe 3 times on the job.
Okay.
And it would only be like 3-second long interactions, like, hey, how you doing? Enjoy the food. But this time, when I'm babysitting, I have to watch them once I had to watch them for 24 hours straight.
Wow.
I had to go through one of my online classes with them in the background.
Wow.
By the way, if
Pretty rough.
there's anything with the volume, someone let me know if it's good or not. Sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay.
Well, no, I'm talking
Anyway,
about liking the
so-
stream.
With babysitting the first night I was there, or the first day I was there, yeah, I was super nervous. And there was a distinct aroma, because the house hadn't been cleaned yet. It was a freaking pigsty.
I'd imagine so. I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah.
In fact, but there's one distinct smell I could smell, even when I still go over there. It was this horrible, like, chicken with, like, graham cracker and, like Alfredo sauce, a casserole. It was horrible. It was like
Oh, that makes me
sour, it was like sour milk, but even more sour somehow.
Oh, don't make me lose my dinner and my dessert.
Sorry,
We wouldn't want that.
but I just had to say it. Ay, ay, ay. It tasted as bad as it smelled. And every time I go over there, I can't get that smell out of my nose.
Yeah.
I got a
Anyway,
suggestion. You have like one of those. Obviously, you have a mask, like a face mask that you wear outside.
Yeah.
Is it one of those disposable or is it reusable?
Disposable.
Get a disposable one. Spray your favorite kind of like cologne or spray in there, and then just wear that the entire time you're there.
Or I'll
Alright.
recommend you buy state-of-the-art government-stated gas mask, so that way you don't smell anything.
That
Or
works
you can
too.
just use nose plugs.
I mean, yeah, but then you'd be able to taste it lightly.
They say half the taste is in the smell.
Yeah.
True, I guess.
Anyway, so of course the first day goes really well. However, the second day they are climbing all over me. Now, I babysit a 4 and a then 6, now 7-year-old. His birthday was the 7-year-old's birthday was a few weeks ago.
Gotcha.
Actually, no, it was last week.
Hmm.
Also, a happy Easter to everyone listening.
Fuck yeah, I forgot about that. Happy of the Easter. Praise Jesus. Kiss that fucking rabbit.
Yeah,
And-
it's with
and-
eggs and candy.
And for those, you first.
Not just set up on the eggs and candy. Basically the Catholic version of Easter, not the religious one.
Of course, the Animal Crossing version. To all you Animal Crossing players,
Oh, Bunny Day.
good luck with all the eggs. I remember last year, there were so many eggs coming out of everywhere. Instead of getting wood, you would just get wood egg out of a tree. And it's like Nintendo literally had to dial back the number of eggs that were coming out of.
Jeez.
That's
Oh my
just the
God.
day and age we live in with video games. They just do whatever they feel right, and then they change it later on via updates.
Yeah.
Life is
Unfortunately,
strange.
That's how I started.
Yeah.
That's when I started.
I started on New Leaf, man. I also own a copy of City Folk for the Wii that I bought a couple years ago at a anime convention. So it's not bad. I played a little bit of it.
But can we just talk about one Animal Crossing game that just doesn't need to exist?
Are we talking about the fucking party game that's like Mario Party that uses Amiibo to
Amiibo
Yeah.
Festival.
Well, no, that one I'm glad it does because I got it for like literally like $7 or $8 when it was like dirt cheap on sale, and I got a Digby and Isabelle Amiibo with 3 fucking Amiibo cards.
Well, yeah, that's the only good part about it.
Never even. Well, I touched the game a little bit just to see what it was like, just to say I've done it. I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Don't
I
have an amiibo?
refuse
Oh
to
well.
touch it.
Can't play it if you don't have an Amiibo.
I mean, yeah, it's like that's like the only game that like requires an amiibo. Not even the 3DS version of Mario vs Donkey Kong Mini Mario or Amiibo Challenge.
I mean, that's fun.
You don't even need the amiibo to play it.
I mean, you do need some to play certain levels, but other than that, no, you don't need them.
Well, it's not a requirement.
If you want to
It's
play
like
certain levels, then you do.
Yeah, it's like Skylanders and Elements and Trackmaster and Giants and freaking Swap Force.
You say Trackmaster, that makes me think of Thomas the
Sensei.
Tank Engine. What do you expect from me?
Shit like this shouldn't surprise me, yet it does. I mean, we've known each other for almost, what, 2 years?
Just about. Time flies when you're having fun. I've known William for not as long, but, you know, I feel like, you know, it's equally as long at this point.
Yeah.
I believe it's around October where we met.
Ah, so this upcoming October will be, at some point we'll mark 1 year. Yeah.
Yeah. We started a conversation talking about Lord of the Rings because we're in the Legolas Avatar.
Yeah, that's
We were being,
Sorry, I had a cough. Go ahead.
we were nerding about various movies and books and themes and quotes and characters. You know,
I
all the
apologize
nerd
if you
stuff.
hear me rolling around, but this kitten is driving me nuts.
That's fine.
That's understandable.
Also, Wally, my guy, can you try one thing for me?
Alright.
Are
is
you comfortable and okay without using your headphones? Like having us on speaker?
Ah, shit.
Let's
What
see.
the fuck are they doing?
I'm fine with headphones. It's just like that there are other people and yeah, I could try to do that.
I mean, you can turn us.
Gotta
You
give me
don't
a
have
moment.
to if you don't want. I'm just saying because I can hear you, but I'm sure someone would probably say like, or if you were to rewatch this later, it's like, wow, I could barely hear myself.
Alright, well, give me a moment.
Seriously, you dickhead, stay out of the fucking cabinet!
Someone just joined and they had to join to that.
Are you guys laughing at me?
Someone joined the second you said that. Nobody said
Alright.
anything yet, though.
So, is that better?
That is miles better.
Alright,
Yeah,
good. No.
way better.
Alright,
Great.
welcome.
Right, so, we were talking about, when we first met. That's a good fucking conversation right there.
Yeah.
I met you through Crusher. I know that much. This is a podcast. I'm just dicking around with two friends, while we talk about random shit.
Tres amigos.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I met you through Crusher. You were using a Legolas avatar, and we started, like, fucking nerding the fuck out about, like, Lord of the Rings and shit. Can you blame me? Can anyone watch this blame me? Lord of the Rings, and I know a lot of people would say, oh, fucking nerd. Oi! Better than Star Wars. Fuck off.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
if I could choose between Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, I would choose Lord of the Rings because, hello, fantasy, elves, dwarves, hobbits, dark lords, magic.
Knights, swords, armor, shields,
kingdoms.
magic. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, but
Battles.
but Star Wars has an ancient bunch of monks who can literally move stuff with their minds.
Yes,
True.
but then they were exterminated by a Sith Lord who ran both sides of the Galactic Civil War, and that was his plan the entire time.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he could shoot lightning out of his fingers.
Yeah, but
Yes,
he got
but he-
fucking yeeted off the ledge by fucking Vader.
Yeah, I guess in
Fucking pal,
they didn't
fucking
show
Vader.
that much. Also, he had his Mufasa showed when his son Simba was being electrocuted.
Let's see. Elven bitches beats the shit out of alien bitches every day of the week. Agreed!
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking agreed. God damn.
Yeah.
If a chick can fucking pin my ass to the ground and have a blade at my throat and tell me if you move an inch, I will fucking kill you or you lay. That I would have one hell of a boner.
Yeah.
It's like she fucks off. Damn, that bitch was sexy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like in the fucking Hobbit films when that one, I don't remember the name of the dwarf, unfortunately, but, where he loved one of the elven women. She
Oh
was so
yeah, like
lovely. She was beautiful.
Hilly
Yeah.
loved. I thought it was Legolas' sister, but no, she wasn't accepting it to. Yeah, buy Legolas.
Legolas' love interest, but his dad didn't want him to do it because it's like, oh, she's just a fucking random bitch in the ranks. You need a higher fucking, ranked individual. You're too good for that. His dad was a
Father?
dick.
But father, I don't want a blonde. I don't want a blonde girlfriend. I want a redhead. You
I
know how
want-
hard they're to find?
Dad,
Legolas. Called arranged marriages. Don't break tradition.
I want that bitch. Fuck tradition. You can take tradition and shove it up your ass.
Yeah.
So the actress,
Shove it
I'll
up
admit,
my
she was
ass.
very beautiful. She was very pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. I mean, if I was in Kelly's shoes, I would simple over her.
He kind of did. He did.
Yeah.
Oh, also, fun fact with those of you who may not know, I have
What's
a
up?
fun fact about when they were making the last movie.
Go
Okay.
for it.
There's a scene where I haven't seen it yet, but when someone goes and kicks a helmet with a
Oh.
yeah,
and
the
they
two
scream
towers.
out, they actually broke their toe.
Yeah,
Oh.
Those
Aragorn.
screams were real.
Aragon fucking, they did that take so many times and he broke his toe on that one. Those
Mhm.
screams were real.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he chipped a tooth in one of the scenes unknowingly, and he just went on like it's nothing. I mean, that dude, he knows Italian, Sindarian, and English, and he even kept the horse that he was acting
I
with.
filmed with.
Dude, he was a fucking badass.
Indeed. If we still had
Why
If
can't
we
we get
still had a
actors like that?
monarchy- if we still had a monarchy, I would like him to be the king of men.
Agreed. Why can't we have more actors like him, like actual troopers? People still get hurt
Yeah.
on the set of films, but like that guy was he was straight up balling.
Also, don't forget
That
about
guy rolls with the punches.
and don't forget
Love him.
Christopher Lee. That guy is a badass, and he's one of a kind, and we may never see another one like him again.
God rest you,
he hunted
Christopher Lee.
Nazis during World War II. He killed Nazis, and he played Dracula, the OG Dracula.
Yeah,
Also,
how could
he
you not
plays-
like him?
And he's played as King Hagar in The Last Unicorn. He played as various monsters and villains. He even played as Count Dooku in the Star Wars prequel.
He
And-
got around.
Mm-hmm. And he actually
Oh.
is one.
He also played Willy Wonka's father, Wilbur Wonka, in
Charlie and the Chocolate
Uh,
Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Yeah.
the 2005 one.
And he set the world record for the oldest rock star. He sang Christmas music in metal form.
Yeah, he's a trooper.
I remember that scene. I think it was like the second or third film. I think it was Twin Towers or whatever, where at the
Yeah.
end he got stabbed in the back and he didn't make
Oh.
a sound. And the actors or the directors were like, "Why didn't you scream? You're supposed to scream." Oh, I've stabbed people. I've killed. I fought in World War II. I've killed Nazis. When you stab someone in the back, they don't scream. They just kind of
Yeah.
looked at him like, "Okay."
They just die.
Yeah. But that was in the deleted scene on Return of the King.
I thought the OG Dracula was Bela Lugosi.
He was.
I actually
And,
don't know now. Shit.
You underestimate the power of the ring.
Also, can we just talk about vampires real quick?
Sure, which kind? The Twilight ones or
No. The OG vampires.
You mean
Unholy spirits that can live for practically ever.
So
Okay,
basically,
you-
actual vampires.
Yes, actual vampires. Vampires don't glitter.
No, they
They
don't.
burn.
Yep. Burn, baby, burn. Oh,
No,
burn, baby,
Vampires
burn.
have gone from this terrifying anomaly to it just. I feel bad for the guys.
Yeah. Let's see.
The
That's
first,
true.
before the only way to kill them was with holy water and a wooden stake through the heart. However, now so much stuff can kill them.
What about garlic?
Running water,
Garlic wards them
running
off, I
water.
believe. I don't think it would kill
They
them. I think it just
have
wards
to
them off.
They have to sleep in a coffin full of soil from their homeland.
Dude, if you want to talk about OG vampires, one of my favorite games for the Super Nintendo, and this is also my second oldest brother's favorite game, fucking Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Castlevania is great, don't get me wrong, but Nosferatu, that was the real OG. Dude, they had like the Frankenstein's monster, they had the mummy, they had zombies. It was so eerie. I'm gonna have to fucking screen
Oh my
share that
God.
for you guys. That's such a good fucking
you-
Super Nintendo game.
When you said, oh my God, why did I have to remember that repressed memory?
That's a good ass fucking Super Nintendo game. I love
know,
that
but
game.
Why did I have to remember Nightmare on Elm Street for the NES, made by Laughing Jokin' Numbnuts?
LJN. I have a figure of Freddy Krueger from the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I love him. Don't forget the Wolfman. Yeah, the Wolfman was in there too. Motherfucking werewolf was in that game. First boss, motherfucker. First boss.
Interesting.
Oh my God.
My fucking brother loves that boss. I know he does.
So, Castlevania Simon's Quest 2 and Nightmare on Elm Street on NES, they share a similar story. They're both in both games you're gathering your enemies' remains, like Freddy Krueger or Dracula's bones.
Wait, are we talking about
And then
like
you
Simon's Quest?
Yeah, Simon's Quest.
Oh, so we're talking about Simon's Quest and the original NES Nightmare on Elm Street. Continue, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's fine. Anyway, so yeah, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Oh my God, that game is convoluted.
It's also hard. There's supposedly there's actually a modded version of the game that's like more clear on its directions and it's like, hints as a ROM.
Yeah, and instead of it slowly scrolling saying the sun has vanquished the night, and takes 30 seconds. It's only like 2 seconds. So it's like the sun has risen, vanquishing the night. 2 seconds.
What a horrible night to have a curse. I fucking loved Castlevania, man. Dude, Super Castlevania, my God, best Castlevania hands down. Best one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Simon's Quest. You're going around collecting Dracula's bones, or you're bringing them to a final altar, where you go and defeat him.
You don't even have to fight fucking the Grim Reaper, honestly. Remember that. You just walk right past him.
But of course, Nightmare on Elm Street, made by LJN on the NES, you go around, is it Springfield or Springwood?
Springwood.
Springwood, yeah. You go
He was a
down
Springwood
Elm
slasher.
Street in Springwood, and then you basically collect all of Freddy Krueger's bones. Don't know why they'd be scattered. Don't know why they would be scattered around town anyway.
Because it was a video game, and it was NES, it was like the 90s or 80s, man. They had to have something to go off of. And it was LJN, they're not very creative.
And anyway, yeah, LJ, and then of course you go to the boiler room where he was burned alive, and then you fight him in real life. Like, what the fuck? Not to mention, it was one of the only 4-player NES games.
I didn't know it was 4 players. I thought it was a single player.
No, it's 4-player.
Fuck me, this is news.
Yeah, there was an NES accessory that allowed you to plug into the 2 controller ports at the front.
Oh fuck yeah, there was! I remember that!
With 4 extra control ports. And of course, I think there was 1 or 2 games that was 8-player or more than 4-player. You could actually plug in 2 more to have 8 controller ports.
Hmm.
Dude, video games back then were, I'm gonna be honest, even the shitty games, I'll say, like, there are games today that are really fucking good. I.e. Breath of the Wild, Hollow Knight. Oh, then again, that game came out years
Super Mario
ago.
Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey, of course. Pokemon, Sword and Shield.
Oh yeah.
So many good games today. But the one problem that I seem to have with games today is the fact and or concept that in order to own the game on your system, it's no longer just plug and play. It's that, no, you have to physically download the game, and then you can play, which means you have to spend more money on a fucking micro SD card for the extra space. On a memory card, it was just basically to save your game, and that's all it was.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's different, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Of course. It was also freaking
I would buy Bioshock. I would buy the Bioshock collection on Switch. I don't give a fuck. I love Bioshock 2.
what was I gonna say? As I do the putting an N64 cartridge in and taking it out.
Oh, is it Banjo-Kazooie the Stop and Swap?
Yes. Stop and swap never actually worked.
You could still get the items, but you can't actually do anything with them.
Yeah.
Hell, I actually own some of the key. I own the actual fucking key and some of the eggs in my actual cartridge, solely because of the reason of, well, they're collectibles, I can get them, and I already beat the game 100%, might as well go the extra distance and get them. Also, we have something in chat real quick. Threads of Fate, Primal, Legend of Dragoon, Out of This World, all were great games. Some so obscure that most people I've met never heard of them. Dude, Threads of Fate, oh my fucking god, I love the soundtrack from Threads of Fate. That's an old PlayStation 1 game. Legend of Dragoon, never played, but I've heard good things about it from my brothers and my uncle. Out of This World, a good Super Nintendo game. Good-ass sci-fi Super Nintendo game. It's like Star Wars mixed with, like, someone just getting sucked into, like, that world. Real fucking good games.
Of course. There was also a few really bad games on the Super Nintendo, like how about Lester the Unlikely?
Dude, wait, hold on. While we're on the topic of good games, or like, well, you said bad games, but what about the game Pirates of Dark Water? Oh my god, that game had a bomb-ass soundtrack.
How about the only good game LJN made? Absolute Carnage.
I heard of it. I don't know if I actually know it 100%, but I've heard of it.
One of the bosses has an actual riff from Black Sabbath.
Dang.
And it was the only red Super Nintendo cartridge.
Up. Let's not forget a Spider-Man game. There was a red Spider-Man cartridge.
Yeah, but that's it.
The only two. I think the only
Spider-Man
black
Absolute
cartridge.
Carnage.
I think the only. Yeah. Is that the one we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a whole other game.
No.
Absolute Carnage. Yeah. That was actually a good game.
The only good game that LJN made.
Speaking of different colors, Motherfucking Killer Instinct, I think, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo was the only black cartridge, to which I own a copy of that. Me and my brothers, to my knowledge, have a mutual agreement to where that is my own. That's my game. I own that bitch. I believe I also own Donkey Kong Country because the day our mom bought it, I was the one who played it from start to finish in one sitting. I beat that game. I believe I've earned the title to own that game.
Jesus.
It was a good game. My mom really loved that game. That was one of her favorite games, the one she was most passionate about.
Well,
She loved it so much. She fucking. I was like, I'll buy it for you. She's like, no, I want to buy it. I'll buy it. And I'm like, all right.
I used to have a Nintendo and Super Nintendo. We had that freaking the infamous Lion King game for Super Nintendo. The one that was almost impossible to beat.
I had Lion King for the PlayStation 1. That was a good game.
My mother managed to beat I watched my mother beat Lion King on Super Nintendo.
I wish I could watch my mom play, like, Tetris or Dr. Mario or her favorite game for the
Also,
Super Nintendo. I wish I could watch her play that again. I really do.
yeah, of course. Speaking of Tetris, there's no basic Tetris game anymore.
Yeah, Tetris was really good. That was also one of her favorite games. She loved Tetris.
Like, why can't we just go back to a form to why can't we just go back to form factor with like Tetris NES? That game was perfect. It's just stacking blocks and trying to make lines.
Honestly, though, as much as I dislike how games are going nowadays, where it's like, oh, download the game on your system before you have it. Oh, you don't have enough memory? Tough shit. Go buy a more expensive one with more storage, or go buy an external storage system to house more of your games. I hate that, but at the same time, I can accept where games are going. Like, you can't fret over every egg. Some eggs gotta be broken to actually make progress.
Yeah, of course. Like, let's say you have like a disc and you lose and like you can't just with a cartridge, you can't just transfer data from one cartridge to another in case the other one gets broken.
Yeah.
Like that happened with me with Skylanders Giants. One day I found my disc snapped in half. But thanks to Cloud, thanks to the internal storage on the 360, it was all I had to do was pop in a new disc and it was perfectly fine.
By the way, one thing I do want to mention, well, I mean, I kind of forgot about that in the midst of the conversation at hand, but Wally, William Johnson, what you got? You got anything you want to add on to this? Is there any like old games that you had from your childhood that you're very passionate about? I'm curious.
Well, let's see. I remember playing Skylanders, Spiral's Adventures, and even though it's been years since I played it, I'm still very good at it. And I make do what I got with the Skylanders I have. I'm good at it, and I remember Just Dance 2, and I'm very good at Rasputin.
Rasputin's a fucking good song.
Funny enough, I would actually listen to the song, like either different cover, and I just dance to it, like the actual moves.
Guys, I will be right back. I gotta go do something.
Gotcha,
Right.
fam.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Alright, cool. Well, while he's gone, I suppose you and I can banter for a little bit, unless you have anything you want to add on or any interesting stories you want to talk about.
Let's see. I remember telling you the fact that last year on April 1st that we nearly got hit by a tornado.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was just one, like so early in the morning, and there was huge gushes of wind, thunder, and lightning, and the dogs were barking. And I woke up, and my heart was beating fast, and as you can hear glass breaking and stuff being torn apart, a lot of us me, my mom, and dad had to stay in the living room because we didn't want to be blown away, and we slept through the rest of the storm. And one of the trees that was next to our vehicle, one of our trucks, broke the camper shell on top, and broke the fence.
Dang.
So that took a long time to fix.
I would imagine so.
And then when my dad and I were moving the tree, that was from the April Fool's. I was assisting him. I was told to assist him because to make sure he doesn't get hurt. But in actuality, I got hurt.
I don't remember hearing you got hurt. How'd you get hurt?
Well, it was he had to handle the chainsaw because I had no experience doing it, and I was holding that giant, huge tree, the huge tip over tree, and it was like I would say 10 inches or 15 inches in diameter, and as he cuts it, I was holding on, and then as you know, the weight to pull me down, and it scraped my arm on my skin, and I was coughing because whenever I get injured or something, I don't usually wail in pain or cry in tears. I cough hard, and so Dad didn't get hurt. I did. So now I have this healing scar on my forearm.
Dude, I got a lot of scars on my body. A few weeks ago, like I mentioned, I was hanging out with some friends, and we got a little bit of drunk because we didn't get to hang out on St. Patrick's Day, and I didn't get to drink on St. Patrick's Day, which was fine. I don't have to. I didn't have to either, but I went over to my friend's the next day, and he decided, my friend Andrew was like, hey, did you drink it all yesterday? I'm like, no, I didn't have any alcohol or money to buy any. And he's like, oh, well, okay, well, we're going to make up for that today. And I'm like, alright, cool. So we got drunk. Long story short, we ended up going to a friend's house, and my friends, Andrew and Ashton, walked over the same way I did, but I didn't see them step over anything, so I just walked, and I tripped over like a metal fucking like hoop or something, or a metal thing in the grass, and I landed on the concrete stairs. I still have like a pink mark on my right hand on my pinky knuckle. I also still have a scar from like when my cat came in the room, like scratching my arm.
Jeez.
And my knee is probably going to be scarred for quite a bit as well, so believe me, yeah, no, I definitely got a couple scars, but you know what? At least each scar is a different story.
Yeah.
So, good conversation starter. It's not like, I'm not saying go get hurt and get scars for conversation starter, but if they happen, one of the most positive ways to look at it is it's a conversation starter. It might open up a gateway to make a new friend. Who knows?
Yeah. Like, let's see. I mean, falling downstairs may hurt, but it's nothing compared to being gored by a goat.
When one door closes, another one opens. Let's see. I have a burn scar on my elbow from touching a toaster when I was a kid. Okay, that one I don't remember. That one I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that one next time. Next time I see you.
Right. Let's see.
That was
I
someone
remember
in chat.
telling.
I'm also reading chat, by the way.
Right. I remember I remember telling you that when I was younger, me and my family, basically my mom, my sister, and me, were taking in groceries, and this is when I was living in California, and so my sister was in front of me, and I was behind her, and when she was closing the door, my head was wedged between it. So yeah, that's how she cracked my skull, my cranium.
Dang, did it actually crack?
I don't know, but it hurt like hell.
Oh,
So
I can imagine.
I had to, and I think like 7 or 8. So I had to sit on the couch and wait for my dad to get home from work, so my mom could take me to the emergency room so the doctors would staple me.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I remember that story.
Yeah, it's always the bad memories that people always remember.
Unfortunately, that's the sad truth of reality. Humanity and just people in general tend to focus more on the negative than the positive, which is why I got into Wicca. Wicca's been helping me like get past a lot of the fucking negativity in my life. It's helped me tremendously, and I'm extremely grateful that I've at least found something, a flicker of something, that can at least even remotely, in the most minute way possible, help me get past a lot of the bullshit that's been weighing me down for the past couple years.
Indeed.
Also, you telling that story reminded me I actually fucking... Years ago, I slammed my fucking thumb in the fucking car. It didn't break, but god damn did it hurt like a son of a bitch.
Yeah, I could imagine.
My thumb was twitching, it was awful, it was throbbing.
Yeah, it's like being kicked in the balls.
Oh, I'd rather get kicked in the balls.
Unless you like vomiting.
I would rather get kicked in the fucking balls with steel-toed boots. At least then I know it would hurt for a bit, but I'd be okay. Whereas slamming your thumb in a car door, you don't know if you broke something or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have to, like, these are my hands. Everyone uses their hands on a daily basis to do basic shit. I couldn't
Mhm.
use my fucking thumb because it hurt so bad.
Yeah,
That sucked.
it does.
Damn. By the way, the music I playing in the background, if anyone is curious, is from the game Hollow Knight. It is basically, it's the ambiance music that plays when you're sitting on a bench in specific areas. If you want to look it up on YouTube, I will read the video to you right now. Hollow Knight ambiance, Green Path Station, without stag. Like, if it had the stag, then you'd basically hear, like, the stag beetle, like, making noises and shit, like, his little grunting and shit. But it's really nice music if you want to just chill out and fucking, you know, meditate or just be at peace for a bit. So, that's just in case anyone is curious. Outside of that, what's your opinion on, fucking DLC that you gotta pay for?
Well, are you talking to the chat or me?
You. I'm gonna ask Crusher this question when he gets back. Technically, anyone. If anyone from chat wants to answer this question, you're more than welcome to as well.
Alright, well, it depends on what DLC you're talking about for which game. I mean, are we talking about the game that you, currently talking about, or just any game in general?
No, there's no DLC for Hollow Knight. The only DLC is, like, if you want to own the soundtrack on Steam. All the other DLCs, like, just the other shit, like Lifeblood and a couple other things that added, like, the Troop Master Grimm, those are all free. Those were with the game when I got it.
Alright.
Free. That's how you, that's wholesome as fuck. I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about, like, DLCs, like, it could either be weapons that are things that give you a slight advantage, or, like, maybe cosmetic differences, like,
I understand what you're talking about.
you know that one outfit I wear in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain? The military, like, tiger stripe fatigues?
I think so.
I paid $1 for that, just because I wanted to have the outfit from Snake from Metal Gear Solid 3, because that's my favorite game.
Is it worth it?
It should have been an unlockable in the game, honestly. That's what I would say, but because companies like Konami and a couple other are kind of like assholes and dickheads, I'm fine. At the time, I was like, fuck it. I really want this outfit. So I got it.
Alright.
I don't regret it, because I love the shit out of Metal Gear Solid 3. That's a really good game.
All that matters is that you're satisfied with it. That should be the number one thing.
It was also only $1 as well. We got a message in chat. What we got here? Depends on the game. The Fallout 4 DLC was worth the money for just a weapon or a skin for armor or something like that. Probably not. I don't know. I like reskins, and I love the skin that I have in Metal Gear Solid 5. Not even just that, but like skins for games like prime example, Team Fortress 2 or Don't Starve Together. I love reskins of items in that game. Anything that different, you know, it's so different from like the core material that it makes it like feel slightly different. Of course, if you don't have internet access, you'll never have access to these items because you know they're locked to your Steam. But welcome back. But I love skins in Don't Starve Together. I love the free skins they give you. I love the skins that they sell you. You don't even have to pay for the skins. You can weave them for free. I love them. They add such a nice little flair and difference to the game that, like, even with the current updates that they're doing, they have 3 installments to Return of them they want to do this year, and god damn it if those fucking skins that they add don't feel like they fit in real well. I love them.
Ow. Gross.
Then again, I'm a fucking huge, like, weeb fag for fucking Don't Starve Together and Metal Gear, but I haven't bought everything for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I do want to get the OG sneaking suit from, like, 3, but that's going to be at a later time. Also, I apologize if the word fag offends anyone. Usually, when I say that, I mean it in terms of cigarette, because cigarettes are fucking awful.
Yeah.
I don't mean it in the term of gay. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm bisexual, half gay. I got a foot in the closet. So to speak. But I mean it in terms of cigarette. But if I offend anyone, I'm sorry. That's not my main objective. Let's see what we got. Forest Kaiju. That West stuff is just... It really is. No, the stuff that West got... Oh my fucking god, those skins were... The Fool's Tool Collection and the Nothing Tools... The... Whatever the fuck mime... I love the
Ow.
shit out of those skins. Beautiful.
What's the matter?
Yeah, what happened?
Throat.
Sore throat or what happened? Yelling at the cats?
I had to scream.
Well, I recommend
Gotcha.
you rest your voice until you think you're ready.
Just pent up frustration.
Gotcha.
Hot tea with honey also helps, or honey in general. Honey is a natural healer.
Exactly. Also
We
natural
don't
speed.
have any honey.
People...
We need to protect the bees.
Yeah, we do. Bees are very precious, and so is honey. Like,
Yeah.
bees do a lot of good for nature. They pollinate flowers, and they're a key component to nature. Again,
Yeah.
honey is also a resource that we take for granted. You can rub honey on a fucking burn, and it would basically supplement that of burn ointment and be 10 times better.
Yeah.
Natural
And,
sugar, natural floral, it's very good for you.
It is.
I
In
love honey.
moderation. And I used to remember years ago that normally when my mom goes to the store, she would get chocolate-colored honeycombs. Those were
Oh my god, that sounds so good. I've never tried honeycomb. How is it?
Oh,
Yeah. Now, that's one reason why I want to help repopulate the bees, is so that we have more honeycombs.
Winnie the Pooh stole it all. We talking about the leader of China now?
Oh, bother.
Oh bother, what did the fucking leader of China do to the
bother.
fucking collection of
No.
shit for Wes? By the way, the Fool's Tool Collection, I just want to get this out in the open. If you haven't gotten it or weaved it, do it! That collection offers the very first reskin for the fucking pan flute. To me, that is mind-blowing. That's revolutionary. It's just the reskin, but it's the first of its kind. Oh my god! I'm such a fucking huge fan of Don't Starve Together. I'm sorry. I could talk your ear up about that game for hours. I love it so much. The devs are so nice. If you buy the game on Steam right now, you'll get a free gift copy to give to somebody else. They give you a free copy to give away.
Interesting.
And all the DLC, like the Return of Them content, is free. The only thing you gotta pay for is skins and like a couple characters, but it's not like a game chain. It's not
Makes
pay to
sense.
win. Alright, so, me going off on my tangent. Welcome back, Crusher. Aside from yelling at the cats, how was your trip to the bathroom or whatever you did? Whoops, I'm up my mic.
was
Sorry about that. It was good.
I don't know what you need to do.
The ancient something skin and this April some lunar shit is gonna form. Yeah, no, there's gonna be some lunar content coming into the game fairly soon, and I can't wait for it. When you talk about the ancient skin, I'm not entirely sure which one you're talking about. If you could elaborate on that, that'd be great. Until then, anyone else have anything they want to add on to the topic of video games?
Let's see. I'm excited for the third Warhammer game to come out on Steam.
What's it called?
It's Total War Warhammer 3. And it's basically the possible factions are the Kislevites, Demons of Chaos, and possibly the Ogre Kingdoms and the Chaos Swarms, or Dawizar in the language of the Dawi.
Dang. But that actually sounds pretty good. I've heard good things about the Warhammer series.
Well, I recommend you check it.
Like the Hammer of Sigmar.
Yeah, Golmaraz.
Literally, I think they said it was like a hammer made out of solid gold.
It was forged by dwarves thousands of years ago, and it was a gift from one of the dwarf kings to Sigmar, who was the High King of all the tribes of man in the Empire.
One sec for both of you. I need both y'all's attention for a sec, because there's two things said in chat. One question is designated to both of you, and one is to me. I'll read the one for me first, because it's shorter. Shadow Manipulator. If you're talking about the new because there's two skins for it. If you're talking about the one that you can buy in a collection that looks like it was from like a Mayan, architect kind of thing, love it immensely. The one you get from Twitch, I have it, but it's just okay. I prefer the first Shadow Manipulator skin. Now, this one is a question for both of you. Random question I want to ask your buds to weigh in on. Would you rather read a book about a woman kicking ass in a fantasy world, or a book with a talking cat and a pimp ghost? We'll go with William's answer first.
First option. I mean, who wouldn't want to see a woman kicking ass in a fantasy world?
Alright, Crusher, what's your opinion?
I'm sorry, I just want to know what a pimp ghost would look like.
So does he! That's why he wants you to answer the question. Like, which one? Woman kicking ass or a
Number
pimp
two.
ghost? Dang, okay, we have two different fucking things here, so... Oh, 3 skins, I'm sorry. I'll get to that in a sec. So I guess I'm the tiebreaker. If I had to pick... Pimp Ghost sounds fucking baller as fuck, but I'd have to say the fantasy one, because that sounds the most, like... That sounds really bliss, and it also sounds very lovely. Like, Pimp Ghost is my... That would be the book I would say to read after, or in the midst of doing it, but I would suggest the fantasy one, because fantasy is always a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, there are 3 skins. It's the Atrium one. So when you speak of the Atrium one, are we talking about the circular one, or are we talking about the crystal vines around it in the V shape? I'll wait for your answer, and then I'll give you a reply based off of what you say. Anyway, didn't mean to cut off anyone's conversation. If anyone was telling a story, feel free to get back to that, if you remember.
Yes, I was talking about the Warhammer.
Yeah.
The Hammer of Sigmar.
The new
Yeah,
hammer, the new Warhammer.
Almraz, which is Skull Splitter in Khazali.
Jesus, brutal.
Yeah.
I
And
might
so,
have to invest in that game. That might be a game I'd like to stream at some point.
Anyway.
Sigmar led the tribes of man against the savage greenskins, or orcs and goblins, by those who are using common races. And it was at the Battle of Blackfire Pass, and there was so many greenskin corpses that the greenskins never recovered from it, even thousands of years later. And from that day forth, human tribes and the dwarf holds made an alliance so that they would aid each other. Dwarves would provide armor, gunpowder, and weapons to the humans, and in return, the humans would return food and reinforcements.
Both of you and me, we all got a thanks from Cap90 in chat for the suggestion on the book. So, fantasy it is. Let me know how that one goes. I'm actually curious about that one, because I actually know him. It's the soul site around it. Okay, so you're talking about the first skin that actually came out. The round one with the purple gem that looks like, it looks like a coin. It's like circular, it's got soul sight. I love that skin. That is my fucking favorite skin in terms of Shadow Manipulator. I love all 3 of them, don't get me wrong, but that is the one I primarily use. I love it. It's so fucking beautiful. I showed that to both of you, or one of you two.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think, I showed it to you. You said it looked really nice, didn't it?
Yeah.
It looks very Mayan-esque, considering that's how, like, the civilization of the ancients were. That one is the tits. I love it so much. I will never go back to the original again.
Don't blame me.
It's so fucking beautiful. So, that being said, what else we got here? Is there any other, like, future releases or, like, old school games that...
yeah.
Hold on, we got another thing in chat. Hold on. Chat's picking up, I like that. The new cane is good looking, but the particle is new, but not as good in my opinion. I will agree with you, I love the new cane from the Fool's Tool collection, but I personally still use the Goat's Head, and if I had to pick one for the Lazy Explorer, it will always be the Ancient King's cane. If you know about the puzzle Metheus, that is the one I preferably use all the time. With the shadow footprints and the shadow effect by your feet, I love that one hands down.
Oh, so that's what that meant.
What?
Sorry, I was I was reading an online comic.
Oh.
Anyway,
That's
so
fair.
speaking of future game releases, I'm really excited for Gen 4 Pokemon remakes, as well as Pokemon Legends Arceus.
I'm excited for the new Breath of the Wild game, the second one.
Hell yeah!
They're still making Zelda games?
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to
Oh,
see
yeah.
what the fuck Ganon's about, like all about in that one.
It's one of Nintendo's highest profiting
IPs.
franchises.
Oh yeah, can you blame them? Basically, you are a silent guy
No.
who take a princess from a mad warlock who tries to enslave
Those
the population.
Mario, Zelda, and then Metroid.
Yeah, Metro. Everyone likes Samus.
Serious Aaron, yeah, I love Samus.
I am also excited for Metroid Prime 4 when it eventually does come out.
I didn't even know they were making it for.
Yeah, they've been making it for like the past 8 years. They've had to restart development so many times.
Let's see.
Due to changing consoles.
Now, question: is there a possibility that Nintendo might release a new Star Fox?
Probably.
Oh, they probably. Although there's one game franchise I don't see ever making a comeback, except for in Smash.
Let's see. Is it what's it called?
Zero.
Oh, it's the Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
Rareware
no,
thing.
no.
Rare owns that, not Nintendo, unfortunately. One
Yeah.
thing real quick, we got some comments in chat. The Metheus puzzle. Can't figure it out. I think it's the one with the ancient chest and cane. It is the one with the chest and cane, and it requires another person. And me and my one Florida man friend figured that out completely by mistake. Some other people I used to know helped us out with that, but unfortunately I don't really have them as friends anymore, so my apologies. But you know, it's still a good puzzle. They're good skins and they're still available. If you can find anyone to get them now, get them. Try them as best as you can, as often as you can. They're worth their weight in gold.
Oh.
So, speaking about games, I heard Metroid, so Metroid Zero, you said, right? Or Star
Met-
Fox Zero.
Metroid Prime.
I've never actually played Metroid Prime, if I want to be honest with you. I mean, I've seen my friend play it. It looked really hard.
Yeah, it ain't exactly easy. I mean, the last Metroid game I played was freaking Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo.
That's
Trial and error do hurt, man. Trial and error do hurt.
Ay, ay, ay. Wait a minute, was it? Yeah. I gotta stop second guessing myself. Otherwise, it's gonna be
Whoops.
me saying,
Sorry.
"Hey, was it?"
So, video games aside, is there any well, there's not really many good movies coming out, honestly.
Well, let's see. I think I'm excited for the new Space Jam movie. I saw the trailer yesterday.
Yeah, but they're
And
cutting
actually-
out certain characters.
But except they changed one character, and I am not happy about it.
Who's that?
Lola Bunny.
Oh,
What
yeah.
did they change about her? What did they do to
Yeah.
Lola?
I don't know. They made her less feminine, and
Why?
they, got rid of all the
They
ass.
shrunk her boob size.
Why
Yeah,
would you, she's a bunny. Why would you do that?
because people
She's
don't.
awesome.
Because people don't like other people being happy. Those are called liberals and Twitter trolls.
Honestly, I'm just gonna throw this out there right now, and this is just my opinion. People that bitch about, like, you know, oh, a woman's physique, oh, it's overly sexualized, unrealistic. What about fucking Barbie, my guy? What about fucking, like, literally anything else you would see today in terms of, like, figures and toys for women?
Exactly.
What
We got
about-
Barbie,
what
we got
about-
Bratz, we have all this other shit, man.
Don't forget about the overly buff men, like G.I. Joe.
Dude,
Or
those are-
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Kratos from God of War, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Leonidas from 300.
Men are just as sexualized. Men, in my opinion, are just as sexualized in video games, movies, and social media as women are. There's no
Yeah.
oppression for women. There's no overly sexualized, and if there is, be fucking grateful for that. Like, for God's sakes, I'm not buff. Looking at Kratos makes me feel like a fucking man when I play as him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm actually quite envious when I see other men who, you know, actually have nice abs. I mean, I'm currently working on those.
So me personally, I'm a tub of fat.
I'm fatter than you, man. I got a bigger gut than you do.
I'm the thinnest one here.
Yeah,
You are the
but-
thinnest one. It goes you, Crusher, than me. Except, like, I'm working on my gut. I'm actually taking up your routine of, like, planking and stuff. I
Yeah.
still have to do my
Look,
sit-ups today.
I push my belly and it pushes back.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm kind of, like, okay with my stomach. I want to slim it down a bit, but at the same time, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but
In
I'm
today's
like
day and
a
age,
health-
people
I'm
like
a-
people
I'm
that are a little
fat,
bit more...
But I'm like a healthy fat.
So am I. My doctor said there's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah, for me, I need to eat more than usual. Yeah. Like, I expend so much energy that...
Excuse me while I do some sit-ups.
Okay.
Gotcha, fam.
I
Don't
eat so
do too
much.
many. Don't do too many if you're not used to it. You will fucking kill your goddamn core.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of times I need protein, calories, and carbs because I expend more energy than I intake.
Well,
But sometimes I actually lose weight unintentionally.
You have a high metabolism. That's why. You need to eat more to compensate.
But the thing is, I'm always naturally energized.
Exactly. What I'm saying
basically a
is...
machine.
Well, you already know that. You have a high metabolism. You're naturally energetic. You need to eat more to compensate for that. Honestly, what I would recommend is... If you can, you have a job, you got money. If you can, buy yourself some trail mix, and if you're allowed snacking at times, take a handful of nuts and just shove it in your fucking mouth every so often. Nuts are fat and protein. They're very rich in that.
Yes.
Or cook all your meals with butter.
I have like endless amounts of energy, but when it comes to exercise, I tire out faster than a squirrel on caffeine.
Dude, I get a little bit of an adrenaline rush whenever I do my exercises. Makes me actually feel like I'm... It's because exercise in my mind makes me feel like I'm doing something good for myself. I'm taking responsible for myself. I'm trying to be better. That's what makes me feel like a fucking man.
Also, the reason I exercise is because it helps boost the immune system. And
It
it's
do.
very...
Oh, no.
COVID.
It really do, though. It does. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I mean, most of the time I take elderberry and supplements so I won't catch it because I'm outside all the time, 4 days a week, and location people come in and out.
Dude, I need to buy elderberry shit. I want some elderberries so I can make, like, essential oils and just, like, take naturally. I also want to start, you probably know about this one. Taking, like, having a little bit of a shot mixed with water of apple cider vinegar every day.
Yeah, sometimes my mom would actually does hot water plus vinegar in there to help her knees.
Yeah. Apple cider vinegar is very good for you.
Yeah.
But you can't drink it straight up.
No, it is bitter.
It's also an acid, basically.
Yeah.
Gotta dilute it. Gotta mix it in something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we actually are growing elderberry bushes.
What's up with you, Crusher? What are you fucking doing?
I'm sorry. I'm just watching a funny video
Oh.
that I found. It's comparing a Pokemon Dracovish who cries in the game and the anime.
Okay.
The game is like an actual roar. This is the fucking anime. Oh no! La la la!
You know what I'd also recommend? Wally William Cucumber. Fucking sorry. I would recommend getting like those protein packs like where they have like some nuts of like, you know, like they have either peanuts or cashews, they have some cheese, they have some like craisins, which are cranberry raisins. or some
Yeah.
meats in them. I'd recommend getting some of those and putting those in your lunch as like a little snack or a little pick-me-up.
Yeah, I know. I eat crackers. Sometimes I make myself a sandwich, and I think I bring a protein shake every day.
Get some nuts, man.
And also, oh, if I get nuts, I eat them within 2 to 3 days, and that's not including when I'm in my lunch. I have granola bars right here that would last me a week.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm talking about like individual packets that you could buy in bulk. That way, you put one pack in your lunch. So when you finish your lunch, if you're still hungry, you just take like a handful of nuts or some cheese or some craisins, and you just like munch on those for like the extra protein.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd recommend those a lot. My one friend handed me some. Oh my god, I loved them.
I'd rather choose natural remedies than artificial. Is someone dying? Because I hear blood
No.
murder.
Are you hearing now?
I actually wish I had like a thing of cashews. I love cashews.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear the guy screaming.
Yeah, I heard the screaming bloody murder.
I do, but I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend playing stuff like videos over the mic because, well, self-explanatory. I don't want to like bank off of other people's content.
Yeah, and also it's just,
It's fine. It's just Guzzlord screaming.
yeah, I know,
still.
but
But better safe than sorry, and it's out of respect.
mm-hmm. There we go. All right. So yeah, I'd rather eat natural foods than artificial, which anything that's not usually in packages is better.
I'm a fat ass by nature. I'm sorry. My crack consists of like certain junk foods and like carrot cake Oreos. Oh my god, I can demolish those in literally less than like 2 days or a day.
I remember the strawberry Oreo cookies. I love the
strawberry Oreos.
and lemon ones.
Oh.
Even though they are lard with artificial flavoring,
Oh,
still,
now
I
I'm
mean,
sad.
we've eaten worse. Next thing you know, we'll be eating soybean green.
I remember years ago, my grandmother would buy like she would buy like Oreos thins when those were like new, and she would buy them in lemon flavor, and she was like, anytime I would come over, she'd be like, hey, are you hungry? It's like, if I'm not hungry, it's like, you want a snack, you want something to eat? And she's like, oh, I got some, if you want anything, like, cookies or something, I got some, Oreo thins over there, they're lemon, I don't know if you'd like them or not, but you could try them. Those were really good.
Yeah, I mean, question: what's the point of Oreo thins? Alright, it may need to be a marketing brand, but what purpose do they know? They know that people will buy them in bulk, and they'll devour them like there's no tomorrow. And if you ask me, I'd rather get the thick ones, like a lot of filling. That will last me a long time.
True. I eat normal Oreos like they're candy, like, just like that, man. I have no self-control. I try to, but it's like my mind is like, you need this. Like, it's like in the moment with like anxiety where I feel like I need calories, that's when I really do it.
Yeah.
Like, you need the sugar, you need the fucking fat, you need the protein or whatever's in these. You need it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can resist, sometimes I can't.
I mean, as long as you burn off the excess energy and fat.
Of course I do. Now I do. I do daily exercises every single day. I
That's
do
good.
11 squats, 11 sit-ups. I do a, courtesy of you, I do a plank for 1 minute every single day.
Yeah. And let's see, here's a challenge. Play a song that's usually 2 minutes or longer and hold your planking position. That way, you would do that for every time you do that, and you will actually become strong. I did that once, and I actually got used to it.
I mean, that works, but for me, it's like, even a minute, just staring at that clock or that timer, that minute feels like a fucking eternity sometimes because of, like, I'm holding it. My arms and legs tremble. I need to, build up upper arm strength.
Yeah. Let's see. Then may I recommend closing your eyes every time you do that? Because
I do.
if you might in a different place, then you would be less concentrated on what you're doing.
I'm gonna give it a shot, though, next time I do planking, and I'll see what I can actually do.
Alright.
I assume Crusher's watching videos and stuff, so that's why he's
Yeah.
muted.
Yeah, he is.
Take your time. I'm just saying that now. If you want to watch videos or something, you're more than welcome to. We'll probably be here for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
There's another person in chat. If that's a person that was already here, what's up? How you doing? I'm sorry, I bumped my microphone. I gotta move it. Life-giving amulet. What's up? Hey, another Don't Starve enthusiast. How's it going, man?
Ow!
What happened?
Sounded like he hit his knee or he fell over on something.
Possibly.
Ow, my knee.
Yep, you were right.
Yeah, that was the knee.
Here's the 20 I promised you.
Yep, there you are.
If only.
Hey, my 3DS fell from my thing.
Oh.
That's fine. Oh, no, I'm not laughing at you. I was laughing at what fucking William said. William Birkin.
Oh god, please tell me I saved.
William Birkin's a character from Resident Evil 2, if nobody noticed. He's actually a really good fucking
Oh
like,
god,
antagonist.
please tell me I saved.
You did.
What?
Oh, come on, Ultra Sun. Please tell me I'm in front of the battle tree.
All things considered so far, I'd say this podcast is going relatively well.
Yeah, just a couple of guys having.
Oh, come on!
I
I
knew
think
he
we
didn't
did.
save. I knew he didn't save.
What did he do? Drop his phone?
You probably have a mental breakdown.
I'm so sorry, Crusher. I didn't actually mean it in like a bad term. I know you're muting yourself to like deal with it, but I didn't mean it.
It's just beating Giovanni and gets this.
Oh.
Damn.
My condolences to
I
you.
had just beaten Red at the battle tree.
Yeah.
This is
And
why I
had
save
just On
often.
top of Finny.
I save as often as I can, as much as I can.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I didn't think this would happen.
Always expect the unexpected.
Mm-hmm. Prepare for everything. Predict the unpredictable.
Shit happens, man. Life is strange.
Mm-hmm. And random.
Yep, but
Karma's a bitch.
karma's a bitch and misery loves company. This is partially what got me really into Wicca. Which is why I've been really, although I was a little bit upset yesterday because of April 2nd, not publicly gonna say why, but if you're in my Discord group, you already know the reason. April 2nd is a very sentimental and, like, kind of touchy day for me. Yesterday was a very emotional day for me, that's all I'm gonna say. But, wait, where was I going with this? Right.
You were talking about.
When one door closes, another one opens, and Wicca has genuinely helped me get through a lot of the bullshit that's been plaguing me throughout my life. So I'm grateful that I kind of have an outlet to kind of, like, help me get past certain things.
Mm-hmm.
To an extent. Of course, I'm still gonna express sorrow and grief, but,
That's only human.
yeah, it's human. That's human nature. You can't suppress it all the time, that'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. You can't have one emotion. You need to have multiple.
If you're sad, you gotta let that out. If you're fucking... You got something on your mind, get it out, especially around friends. Friends, if
Exactly.
they are good friends, that will listen to you. That's what you need in your life. I mean, shit, you listened to me last night, my fucking rambling.
Yeah.
You listened to Crusher when he had his issues. I wish I was there for that, honestly. I don't feel bad about being asleep, because obviously sleep is kind of a rare thing for me occasionally, but I really wish I was there to kind of help with that.
Yeah.
Of course, that's personal stuff, and I won't talk about it any further if he doesn't want me to, but... I will openly state that this being a podcast, and I don't really keep a lot of things, but I will say last night was a very upsetting night for me. And I can attest to the fact that if you have any friends or family that are willing to listen to you with shit, take that opportunity. It's miles better than any therapist could ever offer you. I unleash emotions when I'm drunk with my friends. Does that count? I mean, what do you think I did last night? I was drunk off my ass, literally spilling my guts to fucking William Birkin over here.
Hmm.
We talked for quite a bit about that. Of course, I feel bad because I don't want. Yeah, in my state of mind, it's like I don't want my problems to be someone else's. I don't want someone else to worry about me or whatever. And I'm fine. It's just shit got. I tried to suppress it on the 2nd. Didn't work. Didn't work out. I couldn't suppress it on April 2nd. All right, I'll own up to that. April 3rd, it had to come out. If anything, I'm grateful that I actually had someone to fucking talk to and listen to me during that equation. Better than being by myself. I would have felt like shit. And yes, I mean, it does count to let shit out when you're drunk. When you're drunk, you're more sorry, the hiccups. Susceptible to letting shit out in the open. When you're able to actually talk and get shit out without any boundaries, without any hindrance, that's what helps you. That's what helps you cross the border to acceptance and making peace with a lot of things. That's what actually gets you the help that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is also what I'm not going to say alcohol's great or anything, but I will say alcohol has its upsides and its downsides. It's liquid poison. We're not meant to drink it, but over the course of our generation and years of us drinking it, millennia, our bodies have adapted. For some people, they become dependent on it. For people like, I would say, me and some other people that just drink occasionally for fun, or if it's all you have to, like, kind of, negate really, really bad situations, you're not dependent on it, but if you have it, you'll take it as a scapegoat, essentially. It is a gateway to actually get out some shit, and it is a gateway to actually, like, talk about stuff. More so than you ever would. Even if you were able to talk about it while dealing with, like, stress or anxiety, you don't want to talk as much when dealing with it. When you feel like you have the freedom, you will talk. And when you talk, you feel better.
Yep.
And again, I'm grateful for the fact that I have friends and people that will listen to me for a lot of things. Let's see. Side note before I kick off here. Your Bud Williams sounds pretty cool. We should collab at some point and just BS about games one night.
All
Honestly, I'd watch that if you two were down for that.
right. I'm fine with it.
We got it going. All you need is Discord then. You got Discord, Will, but I don't know. I don't know if he does. I don't know if Cat90 does. Get Discord mobile. Get Discord. Well, I mean, it depends on like how you're gonna film it or do it or whatever. But that's one way of doing it. And yeah, no. William Birkin here. He's a fucking straight up baller in my opinion. He is like one of the best friends that I have that I'm grateful that I actually met. Which is why I go on VR chat often to see if I can actually meet people like more like him or like more like other people that are like more accepting, considering my, journey into Wicca and shit, being more open, talking to people with my, the gemstones I have that bring me luck and good fortune. It's more or less seeing what I can make of it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't meet anybody else, I'm grateful for what I do have, but you can never have too many friends.
Yeah.
Never in your life can you have too many people. That is up to you, whether or not you actually can or not. Also, I appreciate you want to fucking do shit with him. You don't want me. I'm kidding. I'm joking, of course. I jest. Aside from me, like, talking about, like, deep, intricate shit, there's a question, right, so, you say,
My head.
what happened to your head?
I thwacked it off a wall a couple times.
Out of anger or by accident?
Out of anger and for both the game and myself for being so stupid.
I've done that before. It's not healthy. I stopped doing that a long time ago.
Ow.
Then again, I have a thick skull, so it doesn't affect me as much. I can literally slam my head against the wall and it won't hurt. Not nearly as much as it would anyone else. I got thick skull,
You
man.
with Giovanni's broken ass.
Again.
Yes.
You have my sympathy.
Oh, my head. I'm not going to try to go after Tapu Fini again.
I would suggest an aspirin if you have any.
Nope.
Do you have any peppermint? Of any kind?
You like extract?
Extract? No, peppermint of any kind. It could be extract, it could be natural, it could be, like, you know, synthetic, like, peppermint in general. You got anything peppermint? If you've got extract...
Okay, my head's starting to get a little better.
I was gonna say, if you have extract, take some of that extract, dip it in, like, a little cup, or dilute it in some water, and basically, you know, use that as, like, some form of aromatherapy. Peppermint is great for aromatherapy. If it's diluted, then you can drink it. That'll do your body some good.
Yeah.
Eat Giovanni. Eat Giovanni, and I will be one step to being happier.
I don't know. At the moment, I'm pretty happy at the moment. I feel like this podcast is going pretty well. And honestly, this is one of the best streams that I've had in a while. Not just, you know, not in terms of, like, you know, viewers. Like, we got some good mileage right now. We got 4 likes right now. We've had some people come and go. We got one viewer right now. And don't get me wrong, anyone that tunes in or that has tuned in, I appreciate you and your support and your view immensely, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But at the same time, it's also good in terms of I get to just sit here and make content and chill with you guys.
Forgot my volume on my phone was on.
I get to conversate with you guys. I get to conversate with the chat. It's good times all around.
Yep.
Ow. Oh,
Indeed.
God, my head.
It's all I really genuinely would just want out of life and stuff. Entertain people and have story time and conversation. Bye-bye. Cheers, comrade.
Yep.
So, back on the topic of video games.
Yeah.
Outside of Warhammer, have either of you two heard of a game called Raft?
Raft, is it like survival?
With you're stuck on a 1x1 raft. You basically have to build your raft bigger using a hook, and sometimes a shark comes in and eats off a part of your raft.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Provided you don't, you know, stick it a couple times till it fucks off, then yes. Yeah, what's your opinion on Raft? Personally, I would love to play it with people. That's a great game. It's a good game.
I'm not really much of a survivalist, especially when there's when there's a motherfucking shark.
What if you had, like, 2 friends to dick around with? Come on, man.
Yeah, okay, fine, but I would rather, speaking of which, have you ever heard of a whole older game called Stranded Deep?
No prob, Bob. Yes, Raft 2x2. Oh, it's a 2x2! It's a 2x2 Raft. Yeah, no. I don't like sharks either, but I will gladly fucking accept Raft because of how fun it is. Watching Markiplier, Bob, and Wade play it honestly made it, like, look really fun.
Yeah.
Alright, now I'm gonna go quiet for a little bit so I can focus on Giovanni, okay?
Alright. Let's see.
I get back to where I was. I
Okay,
catch Tapu Fini and again. Okay. Maybe even catch a Blacephalon.
Okie dokie.
Anybody here who plays Pokemon, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I'm sure they will.
Alright. Also, fun fact. Did you know that before I buy a game, or I seem in the keen interest, I actually look up other people play it and what it looks like before I purchase it?
That's typically what I do, but I'll do that for, like, the clarity of what it is, what it looks like, but at the end of the day, seeing it and playing it are 2 very different things.
Yeah, but that's why I prefer games where, you know, it has a random ending and, like Minecraft. You can build whatever you want. Your imagination is limited. And you can build it however you want. You can do whatever. That's the kind of game I like. There's no particular storyline. Oh, so I think there is.
Marcus
But
is
yeah.
great at Raft. I agree.
There's no time limit, and all you have to do is just fight zombies. And there's no permanent game over. All you do is just die and respawn. That's me, it's like a true survival game, and it's retro.
That's one reason why I love, I was gonna say Spiral Knight. That's one reason why I love Hollow Knight, is when you die, you respawn at your last save point. It could be like really far away, but it's still like trial and error, and I fucking love that game immensely. That game is so fucking good. I can't wait for Silksong.
Yeah.
By the way, I might stream Hollow Knight if it works well with OBS. I might do that. If I do, look forward to it. That's just to everybody, you know, watching the stream. Love that game.
Yep.
You were saying?
I was gonna say, I also like Minecraft because you can build buildings, like you can build skyscrapers, huts, castles, or from old, and basically coastal cities, islands. Basically, it's a perfect sandbox game, like.
You're not wrong. Minecraft is a pretty good sandbox game. It's really nice.
And for those who say Minecraft sucks and Roblox rules, fuck an egg.
When you die in multiplayer, your body hangs around. You have to place them on a bed. Are we talking about Minecraft or are we talking about Raft?
We're talking about Minecraft.
I was talking about the person in chat.
Oh.
I don't know which one they're talking about.
Well, let's see. I was talking about, like, for those who like, you know, they think that Minecraft sucks and Roblox rules, they can suck an egg. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I don't like Roblox either. I think Roblox is overrated as shit.
Yeah, and also for me, graphics aren't good. It looks like they're made by, like an amateur computer animator. No offense.
I mean, to be fair, good graphics don't necessarily make a good game. I feel like, in my opinion, people tend to focus more on, like, graphics and how far, like, we're going in, like, graphic evolution in video games, more so than the game themselves. But good graphics can make, you know, like, again, a good game can have decent graphics and it'll be fucking baller as fuck. But, like, games like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, you know, old-ass Super Nintendo, NES games, like, those games can still be good and, like, literally be dog shit in terms of graphics, and I would still love them. Also, hello to Milky and Afalogu. How the fuck are you guys?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, that is, yeah. I'm glad to hear that. I'm actually doing, I'm not doing too bad myself. I'm doing alright. For the first time in a long time, well, in terms of just in general, me being asked, I'm good. I'm great.
That's excellent to hear.
Considering that's a very rare statement you'll ever hear from me, I'm good.
Jeez.
I'm happy. I'm content. I'm at peace. I wouldn't change anything about my life right now, aside from maybe a few things, but aside from that, yeah, good for today. That's good to hear. What about you, Milky? You doing alright? By the way, if anyone's curious, the two people I have in chat is Bowser Crusher 19 and my friend, Wally. My friend Wally, William Birkin. I like William Birkin because, again, Resident Evil 2, sorry. My friend Wally, he don't have anything in the description that he would want to advertise right now, but if you want to check out Bowser Crusher 19, his link is in the description below. Not at the top, but you'll have to scroll down a bit. If you want to check out his channel, currently he's doing some Pokemon stuff right now that he has to redo, so he's MIA for a little bit. But if you want to check his content out, link is in the description below. 10 out of 10 would recommend checking him out. He's a really good friend of mine, or of ours, and he's pretty stable dude. Love him to death. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met Wally right here. Fucking love both these guys. What do you think the next update of DST is going to be about? Honestly, if I had to take a guess, I'm gonna be honest, I can't take credit for this, but I did see Beard777's video. That new item that they did show, that they revealed, but didn't say anything about, it looks like the Celestial Altar, the orb itself, it looks like it goes into whatever craft that is. I feel like that is what they're gonna do, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. Whether it be the 3 lunar idols or moon idols that you can do, the underground gateway, or just something new entirely with the celestial orb. Something involving the moon. And in all honesty, I'm grateful for that, because that is what Daddy wants to see in his favorite fucking game. Klei needs to focus more on lunar content than they do anything else. Reap What You Sow was not a Return of Them update. That was just, you know, the fucking survivors deciding on what they wanted to do in terms of, like, just, oh, we're gonna do farming differently. Do I hate it? It ruined my Thanksgiving, I'll say that much. If you like it, that's 100% fine. By the way, if you disagree with me, if you leave a dislike, that counts as positive feedback or just activity on the video, so if you really want to stick it to me, don't comment, don't dislike. Unless you really want to, then go right ahead. I encourage it. Good to hear that you're doing alright, Milky. Anyway, me gushing about Don't Starve because of a comment I received in chat. Outside of that, one question I actually have.
Happy Giovanni.
Based as fuck. So, I got a question for both of you, since both of you are on right here, right now. Crusher, what was your opinion when you first met my dumbass in VR chat?
Looks like this guy's pretty cool.
I appreciate that. Wally, what was your fucking opinion when you first met me through Crusher?
I don't know. I don't know. I just, you know, saw you as, you know, how we were strangers and we had a good conversation. I mean, you broke the ice when you mentioned my avatar, and we started to get along through similarities, and we have something in common.
Indeed we do. We still have a lot more in common outside of just, you know, Lord of the Rings and stuff. We also have, like, you know, basic concept of, like, other games, strategy games, outside of video games. Like, we like the same kind of, like, you know, films, media. We both have our own opinions that we could both, you know, respect and honor. You have your own opinion on, like, you know, government, religion, politics, as well as I do my own. And in all honesty, even though I'm not much of a politician, I hate politics, it's still fascinating to hear at least, you know, you and my friend Woodsy talk about politics, because I know nothing about them. But when you actually explain them, you go in depth like my friend Woodsy and explain them to me. So that's fascinating as fuck to me. Outside of politics, we also have, like, you know, different things that we can synergize on, like on Valentine's Day when we were talking about, like, the chocolate heart of different shit you can put in there. We had, like, the same sense of humor and shit. I like that.
Open up the candy heart, and it's divorce papers.
Honestly, I would do that.
or better yet, and it shows a pregnancy test.
The fucking... Oh, God.
From different women.
The fucking electric bill for the month.
child support.
Honestly, I would do that if I was with someone that I fucking didn't like. I would put, like, a fucking... Or if I liked them and I wanted to fuck with them, I'd put an IOU, and on the back of that expires, and then when they turn over, right now.
They give you back the chocolate heart.
Man, that fucking chocolate... Because I was Valentine's Day, and I looked up videos of that, they made me feel really happy and, like, comfortable during moments of anxiety. And it was that like, gave me so many ideas, like, wow, I could really fuck with somebody.
Yeah. Oh. For those who are watching the stream, fun fact, the true holiday is not the 14th, it's the 15th. It's 50% off all chocolate. If you wait for the next day, then the prices will drop back down as they were on the 14th.
Hell yeah.
So I highly recommend you get the chocolate on the 15th as much as you can and store it in the freezer so that way it'll last you an entire year. If you can ration.
Dude, fucking half-ass chocolate day. I'm not dating anyone, so for me, Valentine's Day is like corporate bullshit day, because, let's face it, Valentine's Day is actually a holiday, but now it's become so commercialized where it's like, we sell candy, you know, cards, flowers, and it's become the general norm if you don't get your significant other, like, a card or candy or flowers or a ring or whatever, or jewelry of any kind, they just kind of look at you like you're the fucking bastard in the wrong, and that's not okay. We need to fucking change that shit.
Yeah. Also, I think the reason why we're not a fan of it is because we're both actually single.
That's very true. I'm very pessimistic, even though I do say I prefer the term realist. Men and or women that genuinely get on your significant other's ass. Straight, gay, bi, and everything in between. Stop expecting the world during holidays, especially
Yeah.
during fucking Valentine's Day. It's a
Also,
normal day. Just appreciate that you have somebody to, be with.
yeah, and also, what's the point of giving like chocolate, flowers and candy on a specific day when you can tell your insignificant other that you love them every single day? That's the most important thing. Not diabetes enablers or sneeze enablers.
Don't need commercialized crap.
No, that's what.
Agreed.
Just show them you love them by doing something for them.
Yeah.
So, two things.
Take it out the trash or doing the dishes for once.
Yeah.
Based. I would go as far as to like actually do the dishes and the garbage both for a week straight. Let's see. Do you have Skyrim? No, but I played it and I love it. What is your favorite Sonic game? Good question. Let me get back to you on that. I have a question for everybody here. If you had a Crusher, you're dating someone. Well, I guess I'll go first to give an example. For me specifically, and this is not me being like a fucking simp or being like, oh, I'm looking for like someone to date online. Oh, no, this is none of that bullshit. I'm just saying, from me personally. For me personally, on Valentine's Day, if someone were to do literally anything for me, I would be immensely grateful towards them. Candy,
Yeah.
a card, or if they just said, like, hey, I love you, or if they wanted to spend the day with me. That's someone giving you the time of their day is the most important thing someone can give to you. Time is short. Life is short, and time is very precious. Life, there's never too much time, and there's never enough. Honestly, on Valentine's Day, I would pretty much do whatever my fucking significant other asked me to do. If they wanted me to do chores or clean the house or dishes, I would do it. What about you two?
Oh, I would do the exact same thing. It's nice. I'll treat them as equals and respect them and love them for who they are.
They are equals.
I agree.
Men or women, they're equals.
Yes.
Of course, I treat them like my little fucking... I'm gonna be honest, now this is just like a kind of thing that I'm only saying because I'm slightly inebriated. I would refer to my significant other as like Bunny or something, and of course they'd always be my little bun, but I would still treat them and view them as an equal. Not as someone, not as a pet or someone underneath me.
Yeah.
Just because I'm taller, just
sweet
because I'm more masculine, does not mean, anything else. And I'm sure both of you can agree with that.
Yes. Yes.
I just sit and think, why me lonely eating heart candies? Honestly, though, if I had, chocolate during Valentine's Day, I'd be doing the same thing. But here's the thing, I know why I'm single. I was engaged before. And right now, I've taken, because of Wicca, there are many things in life that you can't rush, and love is definitely one of them. And although I do, mourn the loss of my significant other, and I do wish that I had someone, at the same time, I'm very cautious and careful as to who I end up with. I don't want to just date someone for the sake of sex or whatever. I want someone I can actually get along with, someone I can identify with. It's more mental and physical than it is sexual. Sex is very important to maintain a healthy relationship. Don't get me wrong, and you're absolutely fucking wrong if you say that it's not. I don't mean to speak out of terms for you, Wally. I know you said that you're kind of you're the most wholesome out of all of us, but for me personally, sex, in my opinion, is very key to maintain a healthy relationship. We're human. We have needs.
I agree.
Male and female. You could kidnap a mate. Wouldn't recommend it. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. That's a joke. Cheers, bye, comrade. But for me, eventually someone will come around and they'll be like, hey, this individual has something that I like. I mean, I do already have someone that is interested in me. I'm not gonna say who. I am... Now, it's horrible for me to say this, but I'm debating on whether or not I should go with it. I've known them for, just about over 5 to 6 years now. It's more or less like personality-wise and how much time we spend together is the most important thing, and whether or not we get along. We do get along decently, but like in the back of my mind, you know for a fact that there's either going to be someone, you know, and this is horrible for me to say, better or equally as good, or it might be exactly what I'm looking for, and I just can't see it yet. It just is how it is. Let's see. My last girl just straight up ran off with a bully of mine after a month of our relationship. My honest, sincerest condolences. Dude, I dated a chick for, she was from Australia, I was from the US. It was long distance, sure. But here's the thing. She did not tell me that she was seeing someone else behind my back. She disappeared for some odd time, and then when she came back, she seemed different, distant, more cold, not as loving or caring anymore. And she literally told me, dead ass, I want to focus on me and where my life is going. I look at her Facebook and her status, and it says, in a relationship with so-and-so, and she already has pictures with this individual. And it's like, you couldn't have the common decency to tell me that you were dating somebody. That cuts and hurts worse than any blade manufactured by any man, woman, earthly or unearthly being. That hurts more than anything.
I agree.
At least, all I ask is that you have the goddamn common courtesy to tell me that you don't want to be with me and you met somebody else. That's more like local. That's all I'd ask. Toothpicks or floss? I like both, but I don't really do... I want to be honest, I don't floss all that much, but I do brush my teeth daily. Occasionally I will floss if I have something stuck in my teeth. I will, but I usually don't, so I don't. 6 strikes in a row. Again,
I brought back. Forgot my
Alright,
boss
cool.
is still out on the counter.
fuck, I forgot you were eating that. I didn't know you had any more.
Oh yeah, I do. I have half a container left.
You better fucking get that shit before it hardens up or the cats get it. Dude, dried pasta sucks ass.
But yeah,
Go
I
on.
believe the most important thing in a relationship, it should be you should be mature. Not in the sense like humor, but you know, like you're an adult.
Well, you can be immature in your like sense of humor. That might be what allures them to you, but at the same time, be mature in terms of the relationship. You can both act like giddy children, but both of you need to be mentally mature and stable to handle the relationship.
Yes.
That's what I would agree
Also,
with.
honesty is a big factor in it.
Honesty is the best policy.
Mm-hmm. I follow that.
What would be your go-to weapon in an apocalypse? I got a flintlock pistol. I have a suicide pistol. I have a fucking buck knife.
Ow.
And I have a Colt single-action army.
Let's see.
I'm not entirely sure. Whatever works, I guess. My leather jacket, pretty thick.
I would say baseball bat, a sledgehammer, bow and arrow.
I'm gonna go stir Roman pasta as it's heating up.
My flintlock isn't here. It's at my friend's place. He gave it to me. And the suicide, I call it a suicide pistol because it's a Derringer. It holds like 2 or 1 bullets. I don't remember. That was also given to me by a good friend because one of his family members didn't want it, and it's like, hey, you want it just to have? I'm not gonna sell it to you. You can just have it. I'm like, all right, cool. Suicide pistol because it can only hold like 1 or 2 bullets. So self-defense and also
Because it was used
suicide.
all the time in old cartoons from like the 30s and 40s, where suicide was actually funny back then.
I wouldn't say it was like used commonly for suicide, but I dub it as suicide. Like, let's say in a zombie apocalypse, or if you got caught under rubble or stone, and that was your time. You knew you were gonna die, but instead of waiting for death, if you just wanted it to be quick and painless, if you had access to that pistol, you would pull it out and you'd fucking blow your brains out. As morbid as that sounds, that's how it worked, my guy. That's how it do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even do it. I just let life, fucking take its, run its course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I can't say. I've never been in that position. But let's see. We got some questions here. Let's see. Sorry I can't relate. I don't have a life. I don't have a life either, my guy. That's why I'm doing this shit. Neither do I. Yep. See? You're not alone. I would
need a new
use an
phone.
iPhone.
My
Let's see.
phone's
Sounds
2 or
good.
3 years out of date.
My weapon would be a zombie army. That is fair enough. If you follow The Walking Dead, I get that reference if that's what you're referencing. Felix the cat committed suicide. Damn. If you can't beat him,
if you
eat
had a
him.
weapon during the zombie apocalypse, is that what they asked?
It was more or less like weapons to use during an apocalypse, but yes.
I would have the K-bar
Let's
swabby.
No one's ever truly soulless. Everyone has a purpose. I'm not going to sit here and preach to you, but I will say everyone has a purpose.
Let's see. I would say spear. Spears are the most effective
My
weapons.
3DS
Even
didn't break.
What about the Predator's combi stick, where it's like it's double bladed? Think Darth Maul, but instead of like a lightsaber, it's just blades at the end of a large stick.
well, if you're good at martial arts,
It's like
you
a
know,
double-sided spear.
Basically, yes, combi stick.
Poke, poke.
And I know how to use one. Self-taught.
All I have is a freaking plastic lightsaber.
Just like I know how to cook, self-taught. I know how to bake, self-taught. I know how to pick locks, self-taught. Not for like any like, you know, mischievous shit, but just because years ago my grandma wanted to get into a specific cabinet that had some shit or important documents that she wanted, and she couldn't find the key to get in, so I had to pick the lock for her to get in. It's useful in situations like that.
Oh, that is hot.
But like I said, nobody is ever truly soulless. I believe that everyone's life has equal value, unless you're a fucking pedophile or whatever, in which case, yeah, no, you don't really. You're just kind of you're what we call a defect.
Yeah, a sick, deranged crackle.
That is a defect that somehow slipped under the radar. Aside from that, everyone has purpose.
No, he's just.
If you don't have a lover, if you don't have a life, your life has more meaning than the person in chat with you or sitting next to you. Here's the thing. Fate may not be a predetermined thing. Your life and your events may not be set in stone. But what you do in life is the most important thing in existence.
Okay,
You are put on this earth to set certain events in motion.
So I avoid what happened earlier.
Gotcha. So, like, even if my life has no significant value, I still appreciate life and what it has to offer. I don't have a life. I don't have a relationship. But what I do have, I am grateful for. I got friends. I have some family that give a shit about me. I got video games. I got music. I have stuff that I'm passionate about. Might not be a lot, but it's enough to basically drive me to continue existing.
Yeah.
Everyone's life has meaning. No matter how small. Think of, you know, Dr. Seuss's, you know, The Who's. No matter how small, Cindy Lou Who had a purpose.
That was helping turn the Grinch good.
Exactly. Let's see. How long do you think you would survive in the wilderness? Considering, if I'm allowed to... Well, here's the thing. Am I allowed to have anything with me? Can I have, like, one... How many items am I allowed in this equation? Or am I allowed nothing? Or am I allowed one item? Depending on what I'm allowed to have and what I'm not allowed to have will determine my answer. Let's see. I think we have already done that. For now, it's 2021 years. PS3 or Xbox? PS3 all the way, my guy. I exist for pizza. Agreed. Pizza fucking is the tits. That's based as fuck.
Yeah.
Games.
Especially Deadpool pizza.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, my favorite pizza has definitely had always black olives. Always.
Supreme.
Fuck yeah, I fucking love you.
Everything.
One item. If I could choose one item. Now, I'm gonna ask this question. This question applies to you two. If I had to pick one item, it would either be my buck knife or my book on Wicca. My book on Wicca tells me what, herbs and whatnot do good for me and what spells I can do to benefit myself. Whereas a knife is a multi-purpose tool that you could always use. So it's a toss-up, it's a heads or tails between my book or my knife. What about you? We'll go, if you could go in a survival challenge in the wilderness, you could have one item. What would you have? Wally, you go first, because you sound like you had something good.
Well, honestly, I would say if you have the book memorized, like the back of your hand, the knife would be.
What would you choose specifically? Not for me, for you.
Well, honestly, I would choose the book because.
Hold on. I can't. Will, I can't hear you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see. I'll answer those questions in a second. Alright. Crusher, what would you take in a wilderness survival challenge? One item of any choice.
Hatchet.
A hatchet? It is a multi-purpose tool, so you're not wrong. There are no wrong answers.
Actually, one tool I would have is like that Swiss Army knife that I saw once. It had like 100 tools on it.
That counts as one item. That counts as one item.
It's 100 tools in one.
Alright, what about you?
Well, the ones you.
You personally, out of all the things you have, what would you take?
I would take a book on survivalism because you can learn things that are good from there, like how to craft makeshift spears, how to make fire, how to purify water, what plants are safe and what not to save to eat. And
Fun fact, running water is the best source to find any drinking water. Running water, the water is moving, which means there's very little chance that there's anything living in there that you would ingest that would kill or hurt you.
Still water's dangerous.
Exactly. See, I learned things from YouTube. YouTube's not a fucking waste of time.
No, it isn't.
The internet and YouTube is a very valid source of information that people need to utilize for its intended purpose. Alright, now on to the next question. If you were kidnapped and you could call someone for 5 seconds. Well, that's a hard one. That's a gray area. I don't know who kidnapped me. I don't know if the police would know who they are. I don't know where I would be. Am I still in the car or am I at their residency? Do I know the address or not? Probably not. I don't know. I can't answer that. Who would it be and what would you say? Honestly, if this person were still around, and if I didn't have the answer to a lot of these questions, if my mother was still around, I would call her and tell her, I'm sorry. And that would be it.
Yeah, I most likely call my if she was still around, because she died of lung and brain cancer.
God.
When I was still young, like 12, 13 years old. I would tell my great aunt, aka my maternal grandmother's sister, that I love her very much. Just one more time.
Yep. Again, if I could call if my mom was still around, I would call her and tell her I'm sorry and that I love her more than anything else that I've actually come in contact with in my life. I would do the same for my uncle as well.
For me, jokingly, I would say, call my brother and say, if you're listening, delete my browsing history. I mean, that's the last thing you would say before you're dead. Delete your browser.
Fuck my browsing history. I'm fucking bisexual. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if people know that I watch fucking, like, porn of, like, male and female variety. I don't give a shit.
I know, but that was just joking.
Yeah.
I know you're joking, but for me, I have no shame.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, of course, I have no shame, because I don't care if people find out that I watch 40 porn.
Who cares? If that's what you like, I can't judge you for that.
Yeah.
Like, again,
Exactly.
you mentioned furry porn. I watch fucking, like, femboy porn. There you go. There's a fucking hidden truth that nobody needed to know, but that's something I will gladly openly state because you said something like that, so I will say something stupid.
What is
Or
it you
just
said about?
personal. What was that?
You said something about him mentioning furry, and then you said something about that.
Well, he said he didn't care if anyone knew that he watched furry porn, and I said, me, I would fucking... I watch femboy porn.
Okay.
I don't care.
that's
I'm
why-
actively looking for a boyfriend anyway. I don't give a shit. I'm bisexual. No shame. I
That's
don't
why
care.
I just want to clarify.
Alright. What about you? Do you want to give an open statement that you don't give a shit about, or you want to keep it to yourself?
Ow.
For now, I'll keep it to myself.
That's fair. Aside from that, let's see. We got a couple other things in chat.
Be right back.
Let's see. Gotcha. I would pretend to like my imprisonment and also perform human mating noises. Okay. Bruh, I would be lucky if I even got kidnapped. I would take a knife if I could, and if I could only have one thing. In a survival situation, a knife is a multi-purpose tool. I can agree with that 100%. Let's see, at least being kidnapped would mean someone wants me. True, but not in the way that I would want anyway. Same, but it will never happen. Would you could eat a food in DST IRL, what would it be? Dragon's Pie. That sounds really good. No, incognito mode. Human government is still watching. Fuck incognito mode. I watch everything, like, openly. Again, I have no shame. If, say my uncle or my brother stumbles upon shit, I could give a shit. I don't have any shame. That's just being human.
Yes.
As long as I'm not watching fucking shit on the deep web of, like, people being massacred and shit like that, then it doesn't raise any suspicion or question, and it shouldn't mean anything at all. Doesn't matter. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Or, cheese pizza. I'm not going to say what cheese pizza stands for. It doesn't stand for actual cheese pizza. CP, if you know what that means, unless it's that or, like, gore, then no. Anything I look up shouldn't raise any questions other than anyone questioning my sexuality. And everyone here knows that I'm bisexual, so who gives a shit? Hell, I openly want to go to a gay bar. I really want to go to a gay bar. It sounds like it'd be fun. People make it such a big deal, I just gotta hide everything. People do make stuff a big deal. Depending on what you look at, like, if you look up anything in terms of, like, anthro-furry, I could give a shit. You are in my book. We Gucci, my guy. We Gucci. We good. Of course, I say we Gucci as, like, the ironic, not unironic, just because I like the fucking, it sounds funny to me, but no, we're good in my book. If you like fucking furry shit, that's fine. If you like, you know, anthro, you know, that falls under furry, we're fine. If you like, literally anything tame, that is fine. I won't judge you. I don't care. Unless it's anything really bad or law-breaking, I want nothing to do with it. At all. But aside from that, no, you're fine. I don't give a shit. So watching massacres of animals is bad. I wouldn't openly say that you do, if you do, but yeah, it is bad. But I can't really, you know, look, it's horrible, and it's not great, it's awful, alright? I remember hearing about a video years ago where this one chick was like, with the whole stomping fetish thing, some chick put a baby bunny underneath a plate, and literally fucking crushed it to death. That is disgusting and vile. Why would you do that?
There's a special place in hell for her.
Look, in my heart and soul, hedgehogs and rabbits are the most wholesome fucking beings.
Yeah.
Like, rabbits are defenseless. They don't do anything. All they do is kick, scratch, and maybe nip or bite, but that's all they can do. They're prey animal. Hedgehogs are adorable. They're prone to illnesses and a couple other things. I love them. Those are just my two favorite animals. I have other favorite animals, but those are the two that come to my mind because of how innocent and pure they are. But I'm not going to judge you. And just in general, I will say it's not okay, but whatever. Gordon Ramsay eats rabbit daily.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's okay.
He still wants the lamb sauce.
To this day, he still is wondering where the fuck the lamb sauce is, man. They never told him where it was.
Where's the lamb sauce?
They never told him where it was, man. To this day, in fucking Hell's Kitchen, he never found it. Still looking. Anyway, see, the thing is, like, I acknowledge that people do use rabbits for food and meat. Like, my friend here, he raises rabbits, some to sell, some for food. Do I agree with it? No. Do I accept it? I can't do anything about it, and it's like, there's nothing I can do. Not everyone's gonna have a great life, but I will still honor those that, you know, I'll still honor those that died in the most inhumane and fucking most ass way possible. I own a fucking rabbit pelt that my mom bought for my sister, but she gave to me. It is a rabbit pelt that she bought, and she gave it to me because she knows I like rabbits. Although, yes, it does support technically, like, rabbits, you know, being mutilated and massacred for their fur. I keep that fur. I gave that fur a name. That was once a bunny. That bunny had a life, and I gave that bunny a name. That bunny's name is Binky. I honor that rabbit and its life by holding on to it and maintaining its memory in my mind and in my heart. Regardless of whether or not it received an ill-conceived fate or not, it still deserves honor, no matter, even after death.
Mm-hmm.
I honor that rabbit, and I wouldn't buy fucking rabbit fur at all. But because it was a gift from my mother, I'm grateful for it, and I'm happy to have it. Because that means technically I could pet a bunny anytime I want. But that is something that I do hold near and dear to my heart. Binky is a very, I would assume, was a very kind soul, a very kind-hearted rabbit. And again, I honor that rabbit. The only way I can. Let's see, what other questions? The lamb sauce was raw! I do agree, it was fucking... It's fucking raw! I agree. Question for everyone. What is your favorite condiment? Ranch!
Ketchup.
Oh, ketchup's fucking good. I was gonna say ketchup. Mustard, ketchup, and ranch. That's a toss-up, but ranch is fucking baller's tits. By the way, Will, remind me to ask Crusher when he gets back that question.
Alright.
Thank you. My cousin had a demonic rabbit that would jump at you and bite the crap out of you in first sight. Well, here's the thing. I'm what is known as a rabbit tamer. Literally, my sister had to watch her teacher's two pet bunnies that were the class pets, named Puff and Stuff. There was Puff and Stuff. One rabbit I would visit, they had a little bunny fight, and they had to be separated in two different cages. One rabbit I would visit almost every morning. I'd stick my hand in his cage, and he would lick my hand, and I would pet him. He was the most cute and wholesome bunny I'd ever fucking met in my goddamn... Well, one of many rabbits that I've met that's super wholesome. He was so cute and adorable. I loved him so much. The other rabbit, he was a little bit more aggressive. I stuck my hand in his cage, he'd nip at me a little bit. He wouldn't draw blood, or he wouldn't bite hard, but he would nip to prove that, hey, you're in my space. I respected it. until I got tired of it. Then I basically scooped his ass up and like, "Ooh, you go by and ooh, you baby," and I kissed his head a bunch of times, and I basically treated him like he was a baby. And then when I put him down, he looked basically around like, "What the fuck just happened?" I put my hand next to the bunny, and he just starts licking my hand. In other words, he got over his whole little aggressive, grumpy bunny, and basically, he wasn't submissive, but at that point, I would see that as more of a sign of honor and respect. Rabbits are prey animal. Do not do what I did. But I do have a way with... I would say I have a spiritual way with animals, especially rabbits, that I genuinely have a synergizing connection with. I would be able to fucking teach that rabbit to be basically perfectly fine. Demonic or not, I would love that bunny unconditionally until it learned to basically be like, huh, humans aren't so bad. Love me, essentially. Let's see. A lot of places are trying to give them a good life before killed. That's what my friend does. He gives them a good life, and then when it's time to go, it's time to go. It's sad and it hurts, but at least he's, honorable about it, which is one reason why I respect it and I'm okay with it. Do you have pictures of this demonic creature? Yum yum sauce? Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. The rabbits would screech uncontrollably and demonically. Well, that can mean multiple things. That can mean that maybe the rabbit was, like, ill, or was in pain, or was scared.
I'm back.
You can't just baby a bunny.
Right,
you also have to be very
what's your favorite
sympathetic to it.
condiment?
Yeah, what's your favorite condiment?
Uh,
One condiment of all time, what's your favorite?
Thousand Island.
Thousand Island, my dude, my dude.
AKA Big Mac sauce.
Fuck yeah, I used to put that shit on salads, man. I love salads. Even without it. But I love that
Speaking of
immensely.
Big Macs, I've always wanted to try a chicken Big Mac, but they wouldn't make it for me.
Understandable. But, no. For me, with rabbits, this is one reason why I love Wicca so much, because it is a connection of Earth, nature, and I believe animals as well, because animals are part of nature just as much as we are. I can genuinely connect and synergize with a rabbit first connection. And if they don't take to me, I will gladly give them the space that they request, or give them the attention that they deserve. I've had nothing but positive interactions with bunnies in my entire life. I really wish I had interactions with hedgehogs, but I've never been able to. But I guarantee you, with rabbits just naturally no matter what I do, they just love me. As much as because rabbits can probably tell a good person from a bad person. Rabbits are fucking adorable. They're good, and I love them. Let's see, we have some other questions here. I wish I had pictures of that creature. Sadly, it died in 2019. May God rest its soul, and may Odin accept it into the farthest reaches of Valhalla. So, as above, so below. As within, so without. May the gods, goddesses, and spirits guide that rabbit in its afterlife. Let's see. No, that would ruin the sacrifices for the beast. The moan and screaming going on in my basement. We're gonna ignore that one. So that's a joke. Outside of me talking about bunnies constantly, because I could talk about rabbits for hours on end.
He really likes bunnies.
Good question. Good question for both of you. First off, Crusher, what do you think about Hollow Knight after watching me play it? What's your opinion on it?
I mean, I've seen it before, and it's honestly not my cup of tea.
Fair. But you get why I like it, I assume.
Yes.
Will, what's your opinion on it? Same thing?
It seems like an intriguing game. Yeah, it's an intriguing game. The graphics are nice. It's that I've seen you play it. It's a bit confusing. All you do is, go to different levels and collect stuff and beat a monster.
Well, that's why I like it. It's the fact of the unknown. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I don't know what goes where. It's the more knowledge I learn as I go through. That's what I love about it so much. I love learning about it.
Am I talking like this?
Aside from Hollow Knight, everyone's opinion on TF2. Go.
I think it's a great game.
The best first-person shooters ever made.
Agreed. Favorite class?
Pyro.
Heavy weapon style.
Main class that you made in the game.
Actually, my favorite class is Demo Man, but I main a pretty mean Pyro.
What about you, Will?
Well, I do a good medic. I mean, I heal my teammates, and I am postponed of being sniped by the sniper and backstabbed by the spy.
I see an
Which
engineer
I'm
in
also
chat.
terrible playing at.
I see an engineer in
I do,
chat.
comrade.
Engineer's a good character. I have multiple mains. I main Pyro primarily, Medic second, and Soldier third. I love all three of those classes so much. Now here's the best question. Best fucking SFM, which one? Hands down, Meet the Medic, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have to agree. Although Meet the Demo Man is pretty cool
What
too.
makes me?
Oh no, Meet the Pyro.
I don't know, man, but that thing.
It scares me.
Meet the Pyro.
Yeah.
For how bad insane it is.
One shudders too much in what inhuman thoughts lie behind that mask. What dreams are crawling is.
I can agree. Meet the Medic and Meet the Pyro are the two best fucking animations, in my opinion. Alright, we'll go two best. What's your second best in terms of Meet the, TF2 characters?
Let's see. For me,
Soldier's pretty good.
I don't know, hard choice. I like the sniper because it's casual and it's basically like a proper interview. But then you have heavy.
Spy.
Oh my god, who touched Sasha? Alright.
God,
Who touched my
Oh
gun?
my god.
I can't do it. I can do a Medic impression, but I can't do him.
Oh, listen up, boy. Boy, pornography starring your mother will be the second worst thing that happens to you today.
Fucking Soldier showing Heavy a picture. Oh! Give me that! Fucking I love that so much. It's a good ass animation. My opinion on
Yeah.
TF2 is that it's a relic that has also fallen to the sands of time.
It could even.
What? It was obvious. He was the Red Spy. Watch, he'll turn red any second now. Any second now. See? Red! Oh wait, that's
Red.
blood.
Alright, that's just blood.
So, we still have
We
big,
still have
big problem. Alright,
Who's
who's ready to find the spy?
Right behind you.
right behind?
Fucking love
behind
that
you.
one.
Ah, my petit chef.
Ting,
My
ting,
petit shuffle.
ting, 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 ting.
You can hear the fucking stabbing.
Yeah,
Hamshank
Hammy's a
and
big guy.
Hambat. Oh, Hamshank or Hambat? DST, Hambat. All the way.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Well, the Hamshank is a Don't Starve inspired item in TF2 that is multi-class, but I would say if I had to pick my favorite melee that's multi-class, it would either be the Pretty Machete, the Frying Pan, or the Golden Frying Pan. I don't own the Golden Frying Pan, but I will definitely say that the regular Frying Pan is definitely good. What about you guys? Best multi-class melee.
Oh, melee? Oh, it's kind of hard because sometimes I barely use melee when it comes to combat. If I'm heavy, I'll just mow down my enemies, including with Spy. Sometimes he thinks he's so
Annihilator.
he thinks he's so sneaky that he just slices one of my members of my team, and he tries to
Sure,
stab
yeah.
me. Instead, I just turn him into mincemeat.
Agreed, very much agreed. But I'll give you a list of things. Let's see. The Necro Smasher, which is a hammer, which was used for the Strongman game in the Halloween update, which is the hand holding the giant wooden hammer. So the Necro Smasher, the Ham Shank, the Pretty Machete, which is basically like a sword machete type deal, or the Frying Pan. What is your, out of all those, what's your favorite multi-class melee? Oh,
Well,
and the Freedom Staff. That counts too.
I gotta say, my favorite is the Bat Out of Hell.
Bat Out of Hell is pretty good.
Oh, I don't know. I have other suggestions.
I swear to God, I'm gonna murder this thing.
Whatever works for me.
Gotcha. Freedom Staff is one of my
Ow.
favorites. Oh my god, I use that on my sniper. I get wicked crits with that for no reason. I'm sorry if I bumped my mic, by the way. Let's see. Meet the Pyro, Meet the Spy. Based as fuck. I love Meet the Spy. It's really good, and Meet the Pyro is awesome. Who touched my spaghetti? I fucking love that meme. Absolutely no one remembers that meme. Who would touch my spaghetti? I fucking love that one. I used to laugh my ass off about that one. I would stream TF2.
Get the freaking ball!
Rip Rick May. Dude, Rick May was a fucking baller. He
was
had a
the
heart
voice
attack.
Of not just the soldier. He was also the voice of Peppy O'Hare in Star Fox 64.
He was also the main antagonist in Star Fox 64, the fucking 8. He was also Dr. M in Sly Cooper 3. Now, aside from that, that dude had a heart attack, a stroke, and throat cancer. And he still fucking did shit for Valve. That man is a trooper. He is the true definition of a soldier. He was good, son. Real
Now
good.
when they were making
Maybe even the
Expiration
best.
Date, he was having a blast.
Well, when he said, I teleported bread, that wasn't him. He can't yell because he had throat cancer.
That's the other guy who did Redman.
Basically, yeah.
Screaming Eagles!
Screaming Eagles! I fucking love him. Let's see.
You got this. You can have this when you pray for my call at which will be glued to.
Oh, I fucking remember that from Pymations. But good luck, for I will have glued it to my cold dead hands. Rock, paper, scissors!
My mercy.
Oh, come on, then!
I'm allowed.
Rock,
We're not
paper, scissors! Rock wins! Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I crush him.
I fucking love Pymations.
And
I'm
you can't that.
I got a question for everybody right here. Oh, so we got one from fucking Sniper. G'day! Fucking love that. Favorite YouTube channel? For you guys and everybody.
Well, honestly, I have multiple. Fizzy Pop, mostly, because who doesn't like Fizzy Pop?
Agreed.
Let's see.
Pop,
I follow some reaction channels.
There.
Let's see. Let's see. Forces of FOE, Forces of Equestria. I like their take things too seriously videos. I like to analyze.
Oh yeah, especially when they did
Silver
Slice
Quill.
of Life.
Yeah, Silver Quill.
Captain Soft, Scrapman, HFT, Vivizzy Pop.
Yeah,
I'm actually genuinely
hey,
surprised
you
that
can't
someone
say
actually
Rogue Channel
fucking...
cheating.
I'm surprised that you actually said my channel is one of your fucking favorites. I genuinely appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm actually really shitty of like a YouTuber, but I appreciate that immensely. Thank you. That actually put a smile on my face. Thank you. Daz Games. I know Daz Games. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Daz Games. I fucking love that
there's
guy.
also one I like, Otto Today, and he's a stone YouTuber.
Ordinary
The big one,
sausage.
Jacksepticeye, Markiplier.
Blue Raven 666. I like to hear his content. He does Wiccan things, and he talked about Hasman Hotel and Hell of a Boss.
What can you say? You might want to. You might need to send me this shit. I might be interested.
I
send
agree
you,
with Will about Fob Equestria and any of the Brony analysis community.
I'm not a brony, but my two friends here are. No judge. I could give a shit.
and the one that's currently speaking is also a furry.
Again,
If
I
you
can
don't
give a
like
shit.
that, bugger off.
I have nothing against furries, bronies, trans, whatever. Whatever you are, whatever you identify as, whatever you want to be in life, whatever you like, that is your thing. I judge a person based off of character and actions. Those are my two main focus groups. If you're a decent judge of character and you're a good person, we Gucci. If you're an asshole, fuck off.
What's his?
See, top of the morning to you, laddies. So you mentioned Jacksepticeye.
My name is Jacksepticeye. Welcome back to some more.
You fucking mentioned Jacksepticeye. We gotta fucking.
Welcome back to another live stream. Right here, my browsing. With my friends.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to Among the Sleep.
I could probably do Markiplier,
Hello,
honestly.
everyone.
I
My
got a
name's
big voice.
Markiplier, and I sound very sexy with this voice.
I'm gonna read
Good
chat
afternoon,
real
my
quick,
name
hold on. Of course, mine would be yours, my lord. I appreciate that, but again, I genuinely don't deserve the praise. I'm just an idiot that makes content. Solely because people keep
So am I.
watching. I literally stopped making content for like several weeks on end, and I kept getting more and more subscribers. People just, I guess, like the stupid shit I do, and I'm grateful for that. Which is why I keep doing it. As long as I'm entertaining people, that's all I could ever ask for. That's good enough for me. Thank you so much for your support and everything in between. Aside from that, top of the morning to you laddies. Yep, it's actually 5 in the morning. My goodness, get some sleep, my guy.
Wow. What
It's
is this guy's
meantime.
black message? And today we're trying to
10:57 here. It is 11:03 here. Oh, that's right. I was going to do a Markiplier impression. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to Subnautica.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's, the old classic game where I became very popular, and I had a pink mustache at the time.
Wharf Stash. I base my general sense of comedy and the way I speak based off of, like, Markiplier and whatnot. I love the way he did shit, and he was a huge inspiration for, like, a lot of things I did. I take a little bit of, like, inspiration from different YouTubers. Like, just to give examples, Markiplier is one of them. He's the only one I can think of right now, but there's definitely a few people that I do genuinely draw inspiration from.
Me being a big, loud idiot. That's Jacksepticeye.
My sincerest apologies for not being able to actually remember all the people that genuinely I draw inspiration from. But know that I do genuinely draw inspiration from other people when I do content videos. Ordinary Sausage definitely being one of them.
Let's sausage.
Let's sausage! There's no sausage when she's gone. There's no sausage when she's away. Fucking love that one. Slim Jim sausage. Remember the time when I didn't eat for 2 days until you streamed? That's not good. You shouldn't do that to yourself.
Yeah, no, especially if you can't survive them.
Here, I'm off to a Pokemon Center to get a ton of Pokeballs.
Alright,
Best of luck to you.
Ultra Balls.
Godspeed.
It didn't take me this long to get Tapu Fini last time.
Godspeed, you magnificent bastard.
You died as you lived. Avert.
Dude, fucking Scout's
Oh,
actually pretty good.
Friend.
What?
I love Life of Boris, of course.
Magnificent friend.
Why do you think every so often I say, Davai, cheers, comrade? Even if I'm not drinking, I say Davai. And a couple other things.
Danya.
Do svidanya means goodbye in Russian. Hence,
And there's
speaking of
coffee.
drinking, Davai, cheers, comrade. Good vodka. Need to pick up some more tomorrow.
Hmm.
I didn't think. Hey, we started this podcast at what, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, for you. I started at 8.
I've been streaming for like 2 hours, 29 minutes, and 23 seconds.
Ow.
Long time, my guy. Long fucking time. We've been having a it's fun. It's fun.
If we were playing VR chat, my headset would have been dead of like 10 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Quite frankly,
Right now my headphones are...
yeah. If any of you two, like, at any point want to stop doing what we're doing, let me know.
Alright, well,
Because
let's
it's more or
see.
less your choice than it is mine.
Let's see. Are there any more questions to answer? We could try to do those before we head off.
Let's see. Let me, if chat has any, I'll give you time to think. If I could think of anything, best console, new or old?
I don't know. I don't pretty much care for... If you talk like the Xbox or the PS4, I don't particularly care for those.
Any console, new or old.
Oh,
All
it
the way
depends
from
it depends
Atari
what it
all the way
is.
to now.
I would say Wii.
Wii was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But the
Very
game,
revolutionary.
the Wii is just a souped up GameCube.
Yeah, but it looks better.
Worst console, I'd have to say,
Windows. That's the thing we got in
boy.
the chat, just a Windows. PC gamer, I take it. That's fair, man. Dude, I mostly play PC games nowadays than console. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. I'm actually get some sleep.
Nuggets.
Alright, have a good one, Milky. Hope you sleep well.
All of them. Ooh, for 1.1 billion Pokemon.
Thanks so much for stopping by, and again, have yourself a good day. PS4 is the worst. I thought it was okay. It's not the worst in my opinion.
Bye.
I can't think of what the worst one
I'm
would
gonna
be
buy
though.
500.
For me, I never played the console, so I cannot put my input in.
I guess it's more or less PlayStation or Sony that they're referring to, not so much the PS4.
I guess I'm buying 99 Ultra Balls.
Just like tomorrow, I'm buying vodka.
Yeah.
Alright,
If I had to pick,
I'm coming for you.
if I had to pick one of my favorite systems, though, either the PlayStation 1, the PS2, or the Nintendo 64. Because that's what I grew up with.
What was everyone's first console, by the way?
Super Nintendo.
Mine was the NES.
My mother or my grandmother or my uncle, I'm pretty sure it was my mother, bought a Super Nintendo. She fucking, like I said, my mom, oh my god, she loved Tetris. She loved the Yoshi version of, like, whatever Tetris was. She loved Tetris Attack. She loved the games like Dr. Mario. She loved Donkey Kong Country. My mom loved Super Nintendo, so Super Nintendo was great.
I remember.
Like
I remember
Mr. Schedule. Alright, bye-bye. Cheers, comrade. What about you, Will?
Let's say I remember playing Miss
Miss Pac-Man?
Pac-Man on the little handheld consoles.
Oh!
Yeah, plug into the TV. Also, there's
The plug and
Atari
plays.
collection games like. Yeah, like when TVs were big, and bulky, and they could crush you. And they could
Alpha Low. I'm playing the 3DS right now.
Dude, the 3DS is honestly,
nice.
if we're talking handhelds, the 3DS back in the day was arguably the best fucking handheld. Kid Icarus Uprising, oh my fucking god, that game turns me on sexually.
Alright.
Back then, Super Smash Bros. For 3DS before Wii U version came out.
Oh, Kid Icarus Uprising is one of the best 3DS games next to Ocarina of Time 3D. Holy fuck, I love Kid Icarus.
Super Mario... No. Super Mario 3D Land.
I have that. I love it. I also love New Super Mario Brothers 2. Animal Crossing New Leaf. Oh my god.
Never started with New Leaf. I started with New Horizons.
I started with New Leaf.
What I heard, the original Animal Crossing game was brutal.
Your choice of console would be 3DS? Dude, that's fair. That was a check. Someone in chat that said that. So...
No, that's
anybody
what
else?
I said. I'll follow.
Oh,
Playing
gotcha.
a 3DS right now. Pokemon Ultra Sun.
I have a 3DS. I need to play it more. There's a lot of games I have for it that I fucking love. Man. wish I had a Nintendo Switch. I would buy Hollow Knight for that. I really would.
Yeah,
I'd buy a lot of games for that. I wish I had one. Every one of my friends has most of my friends have a Switch. Even friends that don't even like it or play it that much. It's like, well, shit, I would love that more than you would, but I'm not going to openly state that because that would be kind of rude and dickish, but at the same time, it's like, I don't have money, I don't have a job, I tried applying, no one would take me, I was already, like, deemed unfit to work, but that doesn't mean I didn't try, I still did, but we're not getting into that. Point being, I would be absolutely immensely grateful if I had a Switch. Preferably a normal Switch, not a Switch Lite, a normal one. But whatever I get is whatever I get. Life is strange.
Yes, it is Enigma.
Cave Story on 3DS would make my existence a little less painful. I heard good things about Cave Story, but I refuse to play it because it's very sad in terms of rabbit kind.
Oh, also, Pokemon Ultra Sun. I managed to defeat the hardest boss in Pokemon history. Like it was nothing.
Fair. I'm not really a huge Pokemon fan, so I can't really say anything productive about Pokemon because my brothers never would let me touch their Pokemon games as a kid, so I can't really say that I was like super into it or whatever because I never got a chance to play it.
I've seen this Pokemon annihilate entire teams. Just one hit.
And that's fair.
Alright, question, Rosie. Is, like a Witchin, the same as Wiccan? Because I said that Blue Ribbon 66, so that's, Wiccan. So I'll just send it to you, like...
So, did you have a question, or was it a statement?
I was...
By the way, I'm just saying, in terms of, just a little fun fact to say to everybody, I've taken up the whole thing of, I do believe in, like, you know, I'm agnostic, but at the same time I do believe in, like, you know, God and Jesus, but I also believe in, like, Norse mythology and Greek mythology, but one thing I really do hold close to me is Odin, because he was someone that could never learn too much or too little, which is, I identify with that. So recently, and this is also for you two, right now I'm currently wearing an eye patch over my right eye, and I will have days where I will wear an eye patch to show my respect to Odin, because he gave his eye, one of his eyes, to drink from Mimir's well of knowledge, so he can gain knowledge. That's just a fun fact that was random that I could think of to give. Yes, the big baby who shoots arrows and doesn't kill people.
Cupid.
What?
Talking about Cupid.
Oh. Have you ever found a secret?
A baby that shoots arrows that doesn't kill anyone.
You mean, are we talking about Kid Icarus? I don't know, I love Kid Icarus.
You know, love God, not Aphrodite.
Aphrodite was the goddess of love.
What about Aphrodite? Good talk.
Okay, I got a question for everyone before we head off.
Alright.
Gotcha.
You can marry any of the Greek gods. Who would it be and why?
Not my place to choose.
I choose Athena or Aphrodite, because Athena is the goddess of wisdom, also the goddess of the hunt. As for Aphrodite, she's the goddess of love. So, do I want beauty or brain? Preferably, I like both. Athena is beautiful, and she came out of Zeus's forehead, so basically she's the knowledge. So I would choose Athena over Aphrodite.
I can't choose. I can't. I mean, if I had to fuck, it's like if it was a question of like if you could fuck any video game character, sure. But if we're talking of gods, I can't choose. It would be their
Let's
choice
see,
whether or not they will have me or not.
I would give you two
And vice
choices:
versa.
Apollo and Hermes.
So Hermes was the one who was fast. He had the boots. Or the
Yeah,
shoes.
he's a messenger.
Apollo.
Both were doctor.
I'm trying to remember who Apollo was.
Apollo was of the sun. He rode on a chariot and played the harp.
Hey,
Wait, Apollo? I thought that was.
sorry. I would have to marry Hades.
I thought that was Helios.
Right.
That was the god of the sun.
Oh, I
Helios
believe
is the sun.
Hmm.
Apollo is the one that drives the sun chariot. While Artemis is the one that drives the moon chariot.
I wouldn't
What
draw.
about
I
Helios?
wouldn't
then?
Hera because she tried to kill Hercules and many of Zeus' bastard children born out of wedlock. I mean, I can understand her motives, but murdering children from birth.
So let the chaos begin.
This is fair. So I'm assuming both of you guys are basically ready to call it quits for the podcast then.
Absolutely.
All right. So I feel it necessary to give one more question from each of us
Alright.
and from chat. So that's 4 questions in total. If all of you are okay with that.
Yes.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Well, honestly, how y'all liking this?
That's actually a really good question. How y'all liking the fucking podcast? Is this something that you would want to watch or see regularly? Because if these two are willing to do that, 10 out of 10, I'd love to keep doing. I'd love to do this again. This is fun. It's very soothing and therapeutic.
Mm-hmm. Also brings out our personality, knowledge, and our ideas.
Pretty much. I can't choose. Alright, so, aside from, like, the question for chat, anyone can ask this question, by the way. It's a free-for-all. First person, first come, first serve. But, would anyone in chat wanna, like, how y'all liking this? Like what, Will said. Would you want to see this again? Would you want to see this as, like, a somewhat reoccurring thing? Like, weekly, monthly, whatever? At our earliest convenience, whenever we do it, is whenever we do it? Would you want to see more of this? That's the first question. And that is for you, the viewer. Yes, I enjoyed these time-consuming podcasts. Okay, so it's one person that said yes. I like this. Agreed. I like this too. It's very nice. It's wholesome. Very peaceful. Puts my mind at ease. One question I can see, first come, first serve. Like I said, what are Greek gods?
Deities worshipped by the Greeks and Romans. Because if you think about it, the Romans stole most of Greek ideas and architecture to suit their own.
Zeus is
And
the
they made
god
us-
of thunder or lightning, I believe. He's the god of Olympus.
Yes, he's the king of the gods on the heavens. Poseidon is the god of the sea, Hades is the god of the underworld, you have Hera, who is the mother of gods, and also of marriage and fertility. And you have Aphrodite, goddess of love, Ares, the god of war, then you have the god of craft, which is known
Hephaestus?
by the Romans.
Hephaestus, the blacksmith for the gods?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Then you have Hermes, Apollo, that one-
Helios, Poseidon, the god of the sea.
yeah, I already said that.
Oh, I didn't hear that, sorry.
Let's see. Yeah, so and the Romans would, Jupiter, Io, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Pluto. Basically, those planet names come from Roman gods. And the planet Vulcan from Star Trek, after, the god of craft, Vulcan.
Alright, so that was your question. And that was the other person's question, so podcaster a big thumbs up. And that's what the Greek gods are. Crusher, you got a question? One question per person.
No. I don't have a question.
Surely you've got to have one.
Nope. Nope.
Well, let me give you some ideas. Transformers, Pokemon,
How
furries, like anything. Nothing's off the table.
nope.
Well, damn, I kind of wanted to have everyone at least give one question.
Alright, how's everyone coping during this pandemic?
Well,
Generic, but
for me,
I'll
it's
take
normal.
it. It's actually very valid. Normal for me as well.
I follow protocol. I wear a mask every time I'm outside of the house. I take my supplements. I make sure to clean my mask every day from coming home from work. And I can't wait for my vaccine.
Same.
Even till then, I still have to wear a mask.
Let's see what we got. What video game environment would you like to be in? That's another question. I guess we'll take like one more question from chat from that one before my question.
Yeah.
So, what video game environment would either one of you like to live in?
Oh, that's a tough one. The games I know, I would have to say, I don't know. I would say Civilization Beyond, because you have cities and colonies, and you can choose affinity, which suits you. For me, I would choose Supremacy and Purity, which is basically their units they are basically primary white with black and a spy in blue. And that's like futuristic. It screams futuristic.
Fair enough. Crusher, what about you? What video game environment would you want to live in? If I heard that correctly, it wasn't I don't know.
Skylanders.
Pretty reasonable.
That's fair. They had really nice environments. If I had to choose one... It's a good question, actually. To be 100% honest, I really don't know. Anything peaceful and bliss with a mixture of nature and natural order of what we have as a species of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to actually zen out and actually have the means to fix any and all issues that I would have if they were to happen at any random moment. I can't really be specific other than that. There's no real game or show or anime that I could really identify with. If I didn't have problems, I'm sure I would have an answer. As of right now, the only answer I could think of would probably be... I don't want to just leave it blank and put a rain check. I want to give an answer.
Let's see, what games do you like to play? Don't Starve Together and
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to be in the constant. Winters are harsh and summers are brutal.
yeah, or Alien Planets.
If I had to choose... Well, there's... Okay. VR chat. There are some worlds in VR chat that are so gorgeous.
Yeah, I would agree. Especially some of the maps.
That counts. That fucking counts.
Right?
There are certain maps that I can genuinely agree with. What about Club B? Just B. That's a good one.
Yeah, I changed my answer. I agree with you. If hotels exist like that, I wouldn't, I would be broke in a good way. Yeah, knowing I went there at least once.
Food, games, a room to yourself, a shower, a TV at the foot of your bed and on the wall.
Yeah.
A chair to read in, a window to look out at a beautiful, beautiful scenery.
Mm-hmm.
Club B is one of my main things that I can think of right now. There's probably other maps in VR chat that I really find stunning, but that's one that I really love right now. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Absolutely. Hotels are just lovely in general. They have a nice, very tranquil vibe to them.
Yeah, honestly, if I owned a hotel like that, I'll make sure no one gets in. I'll keep it entirely to myself.
Let's see if I have to ask a question. Let's see. Alright. I'll give you 3 games to go through. If you had to be the main antagonist of one of these 3 games and go through it, even if it doesn't have an ending. First one, Don't Starve Together. Second one, we'll go... Well, actually, I'm going to cancel that one because I can't think of anything else that would be, viable, but... If you had to pick... Well, no, that's a hard question to ask as well. What's your favorite video game soundtrack, then? There you go.
Ooh.
Definitely the Pokemon franchise.
Alright. What about you, Will?
I would say Civilization Beyond Earth because it has the nice vocals and the instruments. And TF2, there's more of the 1960s vibe. Then Warhammer, it has the more fantasy. And Minecraft is just, piano keys. And for Dawn of
true.
Man, it's tribal music.
Right now, I'm really digging the Hollow Knight soundtrack, but it's not my main favorite soundtrack. But right now, at least with this song, I will say that this is my favorite so far.
Yeah.
Not my main, but it is a favorite that I will go with right now.
Yeah.
And that was a question from Crusher, you, me, and chat. So, I'd say that's a pretty good success then.
Yeah.
Great. So that's a wrap on our first episode.
First podcast. So, yeah, there we go. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. If it helps out a lot. If you want to join my Steam group and my Discord, links will be in the description below. You've been notified whenever I go live or upload a video and all that jazz. Steam group for notifications, and Discord for notifications and to be social with me and other viewers and such. Associated channels, social medias, and shameless plugs in the description below. Again, if you want to check out my friend Bowser Crusher 19, his channel will be in the description as well. Really good channel.
Just so you know, a little breakdown of what I do. I mostly eat spicy stuff and react to it. But I do also do some gameplay videos and some other bits and bobs.
I'd recommend it. It's pretty underrated in my opinion.
It's funny, actually.
It is funny. 10 out of 10 would recommend checking that out. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you on the next video or live stream. Whichever comes first. Have yourselves a good day. Bye-bye. And thank you all so much for watching. Anyone have any final words?
Off we descend.
For those of you who have come from my channel, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next podcast.
Hasta la vista.
Do svidaniya. Auf Wiedersehen. As above, so below.
Sayonara, suckers.
As within, so without. May the gods, goddesses, and spirits bless us on our journey in life. Goodbye.